Showtime in 60 seconds. "45 seconds. "30 seconds. The show will start in 15 seconds, and this is your last audible warning.
Previously on the Bubba the Love Sponge show.
I'm telling you, I'm making phone calls today, bud. You inspire me.
You have to be over 200 to even be in the gimmick. Like, you can't be under 200 pounds.
Awesome. I mean, I thought girls that don't have a chance to ever compete for money like that in a sporting event get a chance.
How many 5'8", 260-pound girls have ever won anything?
Hammer throw.
Well, I mean,
Wow. You're listening to the Bubba the Love Sponge show.
Broadcast rights for the Bubba the Love Sponge show have been granted to this station by the Bubba Radio Network and is intended solely for the enjoyment of our listening audience. Any rebroadcast, retransmission, or other use of this production without the express written consent of the Bubba Radio Network is prohibited.
Monday, August 11th, 2025, the Bubba the Love Sponge show originating out of Tampa, Florida. Myself, Lummox, the executive producer. My co-hosts are Dr. Dan Diaco and Seth Kushner. Macho Man as the engineer. You know, a lot of sports, from the Xfinity racing guy taking a lick to, you know, Shador Sanders.
Boo! Sports are gay.
Okay, sports are gay.
I'm sorry.
No
I'm
problem.
I was being somebody in chat.
Oh, is that what you were? You were being a chat guy?
Yeah,
You're being a chat F boy.
They hate sports, man.
You know, but how can a real dude hate sports? Even if sports come in all different shapes or sizes. You got the guys like us that pretty much like it all. Like Dan, for instance, even likes F1. You know, F1, which I have become a fan of. As much as I've...
Well, look, half this show was at the football game this weekend.
Yeah, I mean, and Dan had a suite, so we had, you know, both into the spectrum. Lummy down to the 200 level and Dan in the suite.
He came up.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
Lummy experienced both.
No,
Yes,
I saw a picture that Ashley posted on Facebook. I feel like Lummy is in the club level this year.
He is.
You are?
He has. That's how he's able to get to the box. You can't get to the box if you're not in the club.
Club level.
But Lummy has figured out, Dan has figured out how to make a paper airplane out of the credentials, and he paper airplanes a couple down.
Exactly. That's how he gets attention.
Literally, like Lummy's spot, like Lummy's seats are literally just below Dan's box.
It's literally spitball distance.
You could easily take a baseball and underhand throw it, like not even have to really chuck it.
No, Bubba, you could do it with a rolled up piece of paper.
Right.
A crumpled up piece is that close.
Right.
I've watched Dr. Dan.
He's literally from here to like the basketball goal from your box, and your box is elevated, so it makes it that much more easier to get something to him.
I could stage dive and hit him.
I've almost watched Dr. Dan knock a guy out by dropping his phone.
Yeah.
And that son of a bitch tried to keep it.
Dan and Lummy got a little system that as the box starts clearing out, Dan will get a couple of their passes and then get them down to Lummy. And then Lummy will, Lummy's about a half a boxer. Lummy, you spend about half the game as the box starts thinning out. Lummy now, makes
but
his
he's
way
a
to the
club.
box.
Like, let's not act like Lummy is up there with the poor people.
Lummy's in 200 solid.
Yeah, Lummy.
Good tickets.
Yeah, it's. I think there's even a covering. I mean, like that's the place to be.
So there's different levels of the bucks. A 300, and you're in the upper ring, and that's about all you get. Okay.
Yeah, you paid $17 when the game was already in the second quarter to sit up in the 400
from some
level.
ticket broker at Dale Mabry and Himes, and you're way up there. I mean, you're with the guys that are raising the flags, and I mean, you're up there, and you're literally 300 feet closer to the sun, and I mean, you really better have if you're on the one side of the stadium, you better have some you better have at least some SPX 50.
Actually, all games this year except for one are at 1 o'clock, so everyone is pretty much screwed.
So
and they cook up there too, especially on the east side. In
the 300 level, you don't get nothing. You get a ticket to your seat. You don't get any access to a special. Like a special lounge area.
Yeah, why should you, Bub? It's a 300 level.
No, that's what I'm saying. Then you got the
get sunburned.
Then you got, I think there's, Dan, 2 levels of luxury boxes, are there not?
Yes.
Okay, so there's
upper and lower suites.
There's upper and lower suites. And then you got
the uppers are for jobbers.
Then you got then you got the 200 level, and the 200 level is I think that's where Lummy is.
That's where the dessert bar is,
and
isn't
that
it?
gives you access to. So if you sit there, you're on the lower ring, and that gives you access into the club level lounge area, which is air conditioning, and they have better food, and it's just you can go in there and get cooled off a little bit, and so like it's like the second best ticket you can buy at Bucks.
Big news from the stadium though is they added John Gruden's name back on the Ring of Honor.
Good.
They hit it in the corner though,
but they did bottom level, left side, all the way over.
I
see it.
Kind of like what he's doing to our box. He's not. You might want to blow in a call, Dan, to see like, hey, are you gonna open Bubba's box? He's had it for a good solid 2 weeks now.
Oh, easy, yeah.
I think there's a queue though. I think there's a bunch of boxes, right?
He did show one video where he has this room and there is a good amount of boxes in there.
It's like Santa Claus in November. I mean, he's got tons of stuff.
And had he not, now, Dan, do you think? Now, don't underestimate the Bubba hate factor. Mm-hmm. Do you think that, the only radio station box he was going to open is the only sports station in town, WDAE, would they send him some stuff, but not near what we sent him? Like, I literally sent him from knives to Alpha to shoes to I sent him everything we got, Dan. But
Bubba, you're the only guy that sent him stuff that he's actually met, and actually knows, is actually, sat down with before. So there's no reason for him not to open
I
your
can
box.
see him using the knife too because he uses this
this box opener deal.
Well,
see,
nice.
I can see where if I could just get him to open, but see,
he's got so many boxes, and I think he only opens it up when he's at home, and I think right now he's doing a lot of road trips because of all the football games happening. Mm-hmm. So, I would imagine.
At what time do I? Let me ask you a question, Seth. When do I start panicking that we've gotten blackballed yet again?
When he stops opening boxes,
or Halloween.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're saying
he's been opening about 1 to 2 boxes a week, and now he's been traveling a lot more. Because I follow him on.
I thought he opened up one a day.
No.
Okay.
Well, he was when he was home, but now it's football season.
He even said that to me a few weeks ago when I talked to him. He's like, dude, I'm getting killed right now. He's going everywhere.
All right. Well, if by Halloween, Dan, he hasn't opened it, will you nudge him a little bit?
Yes, I will.
Now, does he ever come to Does he ever come up to your? Well, I guess your dad's not around anymore. So if your dad was still around, I would think that he would come and say hi to your dad.
Well, I don't know that he was so welcomed in that stadium until this year. So I think it's one of those things that he was kind of staying away for a while since they took his name down. And it was
but he's at Bucks practice now.
But it's changing this year. So I imagine that he will be coming up to the box, and I'll be sure to invite him and make sure he knows where it is. And
he's all good again. I think they've put all the emails and all that stuff that happened. I think that's totally behind him now. And now you look at John Gruden as Super Bowl winning coach when he's walking around Ray J.
He's still probably suing the NFL though.
No, I know he is absolutely.
He still has that case going.
He's had a couple of actually rulings go against his way, and he's had to appeal. I don't. Well, nice shirt, by the way.
Thank you.
Look at that.
He had a long road, Bubba, but he's going to be back in the NFL. I think
he will be.
I know he wants to be a head coach in the SEC, but he's going to be able to be a coordinator very, very soon.
I'm going to tell you something, man. If Freeman ever would crap the bed at Notre Dame, they would take him. There's always been rumblings because his dad was an assistant for years. By the way, he went to high school in the South Bend, Indiana area, spent a lot of time in Indiana. I think his dad might have been an assistant for, in fact, I know this for a fact. His dad was an assistant for Lee Corso at Indiana. You can look it up, Lummy, if you like. And his dad was an assistant at Notre Dame. And I think through his impressionable years, like his middle school and high school years, I think he played high school ball at South Bend Adams.
Clay High School, it says.
Okay, South Bend Clay.
That's a long way to go, Bubba, for John Gruden to be the coach of Notre Dame one day. I don't even know if I don't know if he has the demeanor for touchdown Jesus.
No, he does. And this the whole thing is that he has that kind of conservative attitude. And I would think a school like Notre Dame
actually
would embrace him before like Alabama would.
I'll tell you this right now, man. When was it Brian Chip Kelly, whoever the guy that's at LSU now?
Brian Kelly?
The guy that came from Cincinnati that went to Notre Dame for 10 years, could never win the big one. He was just not well liked.
Everybody hates him. I don't know why.
You know why? Because he's a prick. Okay. He's an absolute he's an absolute prick. He's a prick that could never win the big. He's a prick that could never win the big one. Meanwhile, this Freeman guy, he's got a personable attitude. The media loves him.
But he's like 38. He's very new in this.
And he's not doing too bad.
No, he's not.
They made the playoffs last year. But, I'm just telling you, every time there's like when Kelly's last 3 years, they were the South Bend media, because, I watch South Bend TV. That's my home, like growing up in Warsaw, Indiana, South Bend and Fort Wayne are the two towns that had the TV station. So
what do you mean you watch like the South Bend local channels?
Yeah. Through my,
No, I know what you got, but what do you, the news or just?
Yeah, no, I'll watch the 6 o'clock. South Bend news. That way I kind of know what's going on in my hometown.
That's not bad, actually.
Yeah.
What the hell else are you going to watch at that time?
What am I going to watch? WFLA here in town?
Yeah.
I know everything here.
It's good. When you have access to news in every single city in the world, why not check in on your hometown?
Right. So I watched, and WNDU, which, WNDU, it's
Notre Dame University.
Right. It's the NBC affiliate. And it used, that when back in the day when they were picking out the call letters, they also for years were the affiliate for the broadcast, of the game. I think that's been taken over by another station, but WNDU channel 13 or channel 16, I forget, one of the two. I watch their sports. Jeff Jeffers for the longest time. I know he's retired now, but like for the last 3 years of Brian Kelly's tenure at Notre Dame, they were all calling for his firing. And this is in the midst of Gruden kind of being on the hot seat. Kelly's been at LSU now like 3 years. So like 6 years ago, Gruden was in a whole different publicly viewed situation that he is now. He's really turned it around, works for Barstool.
Yeah, everyone gets a second chance, except you.
Except me. So, but like Brian,
documentary coming soon.
Brian, the Kelly guys, last 3 years, they were calling for his firing, and everybody, from the sports writers to the television stations, were all like, man, Gruden was a name that was being floated around, and they're like, we don't care about the problems that he's facing in the NFL.
Nope.
He's been here, but his dad was here. He went to high school in South Bend. He would be, And so Notre Dame was one of the very few people that weren't using what he was going through with the Raiders and the NFL and, Roger Goodell. This, John Gruden's problems stemmed from a couple of emails where he said that, Roger Goodell was an idiot or whatever.
I think he said
his brother was gay.
Yeah, he
was making fun
outed
of
his brother for being gay.
Was his brother gay?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But like
Roger Goodell's brother.
So I mean, like this. Listen, man. I mean, like Gruden's problems were directly because Roger Goodell personally,
attacked him.
Gruden didn't get in trouble for anything that he did as a coach or anything professionally. He was an ESPN Monday Night Football guy when he wrote these emails to the general manager of the Redskins at the time. And, they were investigating Daniel Snyder for inappropriate stuff at the workplace. They stumbled upon these emails with Gruden, and Gruden's the one that took the hit for it.
Yeah, it's amazing that they made Gruden the fall guy on this one. And what people don't understand is Gruden had a gay player on the team that he bent over backwards for.
No pun intended.
He always gave him his private room. But he didn't out him. He didn't do anything bad. And Gruden is not homophobic in any way whatsoever.
No.
He was just calling out Goodell for being a hypocrite. And then, made a couple, off-color jokes, but
the racial stuff. He did say the guy had Michelin
lips.
tire lips, which,
listen, if a
I
guy's-
got teased for that as a kid. You know what I mean? Some people have big lips. I got big lips. I got teased relentlessly as a kid.
Steven Tyler from Aerosmith has big lips.
Yep. So does Mick Jagger. People with big lips get teased until they get older, and then they have normal lips, and everyone that had normal lips has no lips.
So I'm just saying, man. Back when he was really, really blackballed, Notre Dame was considering him before Freeman. Freeman just made a better choice because he was an assistant, and wasn't he Lumbee a linebacker for Ohio State?
Yes.
He looks like he could pat him up right now.
He sure could, yeah.
So anyway,
Gruden will be back, man, and it's they always say that path to success is not. It's like a squiggly line all over the place. His journey to get back into the NFL, where he'll eventually be, or some sort of top tier SEC coach, it's coming soon, and it's probably going to make him a better coach and a better person for it.
I'd love to see him take over either the Seminoles or the Gators. Oh, I'd love that. I would love that. Because both. It's all about recruiting. And
the fans and the alumni, the boosters, would love him.
So anyway, we got to talk. You got to talk sports, just because sports. There's really not a lot going on. Right now, trending.
No.
So we got the Alligator Alcatraz deal. I guess a judge now is threatening to close that. Or the Native Americans.
I think they're stopping construction on it right now.
I thought they already built it. It was just kind of like
Are they trying to add on?
stuff.
They were trying to make it a little nicer, bigger.
Are they trying to make it nicer, or are they just trying to make it bigger?
They said nicer and bigger. So.
Nicer and bigger, man. It's both.
Yeah.
We're gonna make it bigger.
So I think Seth's got a kid that goes to public schools.
Oh man.
And Dan's got a kid.
It's back today, man.
Today's school starts. Dan, did school start for your kids today?
It's a soft start. The real start's Wednesday, but they got to be there today.
Kind of like orientation,
I guess,
all that kind of deal.
Is that a high school thing, a soft start?
But it's both. I mean, I think Danny has more of class, and I don't think Sophia has real class until as high school. She's a senior until Wednesday.
Oh, she a senior?
She's a senior.
Wow. And what's Danny?
He is in 8th grade.
Oh,
Okay.
sorry. So he's middle, and now do they go to the same facility?
Yes, they do. So easy, so fortunate.
Now, is this the first time in a while they've gone to because she's been going to, Now, hold on. I'm assuming, I know she's got her driver's license.
Nope.
What do you mean?
What part about that's confusing?
Is she still scared to drive?
She did her driving classes now, and she's going to sit for the test in the next week or two. So she's close to having her license.
Dan, I often think that, and I'm not trying to circumvent.
Do you feel like he's a Saudi Arabian man trying to keep the woman down, Bubba, by not letting her drive?
I feel like sometimes kids get more nervous around their father than they do maybe perhaps a male friend of the family.
Oh, you want Uncle Bubba to show?
So what I'm saying is, no, Dan. What I'm saying is
that will make her nervous.
Why don't we do this? Why don't you? She's got a permit. She's got a learner's permit. and she had a small little fender bender.
Yeah, with me up her ass as the co-pilot,
Right,
and so she hates driving with me.
That's what I'm saying. So I know Sophia, and I've never had a confrontation with Sophia, and I'm not her father, so I wasn't quote unquote up her ass when she's driving.
But what's your resume for being some sort of driver's ed teacher,
Well,
Bub? I mean,
He taught his son how to race cars.
Hold on. My son is the youngest human being
this
ever.
isn't funny car, man. This is real life on the streets. Dale Mabry hit the red light,
I'll
man.
tell you this. My son, I had him so dialed in at driving that my son, when he did his driver's test, drove an F-350 dually.
That's just showing off.
That is showing off.
Hold on. Drove an F when the instructor got in. Most people, because the final part to get your driver's license is the driving instructor has to get in your car, whatever we pick, and drive like around the block and maybe onto the highway and then off a ramp, do
a 3-pointer,
like a 10 to 15 minute drive along, and then a parallel park and different situations. They'll pull you into a parking lot and different situation. My son drove an F3. Now, if you know anything about dualies, they're hard to turn.
Yep.
They're impossible to park.
Yep.
And
it's hard to keep in the lane. They're just so freaking wide.
Because they're so wide. My son rolled up at 16 after having a year's worth of training from me, and he nailed the driving portion of the test with an F-350. And the driving instructor said, "Man, your dad must be a real hard ass because you're the first kid that's ever taken a test in a dually."
I've never it's unheard of.
And he's like, wow. And my son's by the age of 16, my son had 13 years of racing, unbelievable car control.
Yeah, Danny's going to be like that. He's not quite to that level, but it'll be a joke for him.
So what I'm saying is,
we should open up Bubba's driving school.
Yeah, get rich quick scheme.
One of these days, Dan, me and you sit in the back seat.
Oh,
I'll sit in the front seat.
Is this for content, Bubba, or is this for actual?
No, this is. I mean, I don't want to put Sophia on. I don't want to video her.
Well, no, I'm not really even sure if Dan. I don't even know if Dan signed off on this. I feel like all of a sudden now you're in the car with both of them, and I don't know if they want you there.
I'm pitching it to him.
Okay.
Dan can say no. Like Dan doesn't have to.
We can try that. Absolutely. If she doesn't get her license in the next week or so, or we have a chance to do it.
Dan doesn't have to say, "Yeah, let's go for that." Dan can say, "No, that might make her more nervous, and we're just going to try to do it the way we're going to do it." What I'm saying, Dan,
the chances of that making her more nervous. Come on, having two guys in the car, maybe videotaped. Bubba making jokes.
I'm not videotaping. I'm not joking. I'm going to talk to her like, "Okay, Sophia, I'm not your dad. I'm not going to get mad at you. Let's drive."
But we got serious Bubba. We'll have like Bubba in a suit, Bubba.
Okay, hold on, Dan. With
a clipboard.
First of all, quit trying to be funny. Quit trying to be funny because you know how good I am with kids.
You are.
Okay,
you're great with kids.
I'm great with kids.
All kidding aside.
I'm their friend. And so what I'm saying is, like, I literally could take Sophia, and you know what? Maybe you not driving, because I think the rules of having your permit is you have to have a licensed driver. It doesn't have to necessarily be your dad or mom.
No, it doesn't have to be anyone's licensed.
As long as you have an adult over 18 in good standing. You can't send a guy that's had 4 DUIs out there with her. But I often think that if you let me take her for 15 or 20 minutes, and
pretend like you're the checkout guy.
Yeah, and
you go through the test. You know what I mean? Like, hey, listen, do a 3-pointer, try to park, let's go on the highway.
Don't even think I'd even go to that. I think that might be drive 2. I think drive 1's just getting.
She can do all that stuff now.
Well, okay, then let me take a ride with her.
She went over the St. Pete on the bridges and stuff. I mean, she's been doing all that stuff.
Right. So I'm just saying, I mean, you.
So where do you come in, Bubba?
Well, when I come in, I'm not as explosive as Dan is when his own kids. Like, Dan cut a promo on her when she got into a fender bender. And like,
I didn't cut a promo on her. The other chick, the passenger of the other car cut a promo on her. I was protecting her. I said, Sophie, this was my fault.
All right.
I did. I made her go on that light. I didn't make her stay in that left lane, and the guy did a right on red, and then he wasn't really respectful of his lane either. So
I'm just saying.
He's lucky I didn't.
Just like, hold on. Here's the deal. Did Danny? Okay, let me ask you a question. Your own kid.
Mm-hmm.
I think when we coached football, he responded as good with my coaching as he did with yours, if not a little better, because I would come from more of a, hey, Danny, instead of a, Danny. I mean, like, I'm just saying, people that know your family talk different to your kids than your father does.
Yes.
And I'm just saying, Sophia knows.
So you feel like the kids need a good cop in their life because Dan's the constant bad cop?
Dad's not the bad cop. They just get nervous around Dan because Dan requires perfection. And I'm just saying,
I'm like a Mark Wahlberg cop. You know what I mean? I'm that kind of cop.
Yeah.
Come on, F-stick. Let's go.
Yeah. Sophia, you dumbass. Make a left. No, do. Yeah. Yes. No. Oh, my God. We just hit something. So, I mean, I would first take her to a Walmart parking lot and do some cone drills. I would bring traffic cones out. You see that I got a ton of them on the side of the building. I would say, see that cone?
Run it over.
No, I want you to drive between the two cones. Then I want you to stop, and I want you to reverse it between the two cones. And if we hit the cone, we hit the cone. Dan, I'll put her in my Crown Vic. I mean, doesn't matter what she hits.
Don't you feel though, Bubba, like 90% of driving these days is just not looking at your phone, and then you could just nail it from there?
Yeah, but there's also,
you don't really have to do figure eights in between the cones.
Though. Seth, it's so hard not to look at your phone.
But hold on, you got to have a skill set. You got to have car control.
She's got good car control, Bubba. Her problem is situational awareness. She doesn't see 360 degrees around herself. That's her problem.
I mean, she's not using her mirrors.
It's just not. She's not even thinking about it.
Okay, well, that's why. That's why you need to work on a cone drill where she does. You literally, Dan. You know what I would do? I would put one of those window shades and block the windshield. And have her in a parking lot.
What are you going to do, like the Jedi thing, where she gets has a sword fight of machine with a blindfold?
Listen to me.
Come on, drive with the force.
Dan, the number one thing is I would do this. I would take two cones and I would make them double the width of the Crown Vic.
Okay.
Double the width.
Right.
Okay. Let's say the Crown Vic is 7 foot wide
and like 15 feet long.
I make the cones 15 foot wide.
She has to slide in and parallel park between the cones.
And we're going to pull the car up about 5 car lengths, and then she has to, without looking, with the windshield being blocked, she has to use her side mirrors and her rear view mirrors to keep the car straight and go back through those cones, back up.
Oh, I understand.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So if she can learn to use her mirrors, that's half the problem because she's not using her mirrors right now.
Probably not as effectively as she should.
Right.
Yes, I agree with that.
So I'm just saying, whatever. I'm just offering to try to get.
I think
because you're a prick.
I can't do it with her.
You're a prick.
I don't know if I'm a prick.
You're a prick. Let me what's Dan?
A prick.
Thank you.
And you can't be. You're never a prick.
No, I can be to my own, Dan. But you're never a prick. Like, listen to this.
I was never a prick to your son.
I can be exactly.
Right.
You can. It's just. It's not wired for you to be a prick to somebody else's kids, especially somebody that you care for. So, like, if I would be a prick to her, it would get back to you. You'd be that much madder at me. So I'm gonna be extra cool. I'm gonna be Uncle Bubba cool guy. And so when she makes a mistake, I'd be like, hey, it doesn't matter that you hit that cone. You hit it with an 04 Crown Vic. It's not a big deal. Okay,
that dog, the people don't care about that dog.
Yeah, don't worry about that fender in that woman's Lamborghini, okay, honey? We got insurance, man. Like when she sees that she just got taken out by an 04 Crown Vic that's the size of a tank, she's not going to even care. We don't even have insurance. I got the General.
Could she use the smart car to take her test?
No. Yeah, well, she you know what, Dan? She probably could.
She could, but that's not going to help her.
Oh no, hold on. But I'll tell you one thing. That bitch. I mean, you can't. If
just
you can't
take a
parallel
golf cart at that point.
No, but I mean, Dan. I mean, talk about easy parallel parking. If you can't parallel park that thing, you don't even have to parallel park it. You can just pull right in. I mean, they probably would see that you're trying to skew the system if you send your kid in a smart car to try to.
Well, I mean, it's the opposite of an F-350 dually. I mean, it
just makes it that much easier.
Might as well put her in like.
Now, when she does take her test, what car will you send her to do her test in?
Probably that small Jag SUV.
Okay,
it's pretty good visibility.
Perfect.
It's not too big.
So if we do any practicing, that's what we need to practice in
in that car.
Dan, I'd have her so damn good, she'd be driving like a stunt bitch, where she'd be like being able to 360 it, like she was a Secret Service specialized driver. I'd have her so good.
Yeah, that's what he's looking for.
Yeah, exactly. And then she's gonna get a motorcycle endorsement with a unicycle.
Hey, Dan, would you feel? Not that you asked for anybody to help Sophia drive.
No, I want you to help too, Seth. You have to help too.
Seth, hold on. Seth, hold on.
can't try it.
You gotta show her how it's like to be
listen,
anxiety.
I want to ride horseback, Dan. I hate cars.
Here's the deal. Seth would be the worst person because he'd be like, listen, Sophia, I hate driving. I don't even want to teach you this because if I didn't have to drive, I wouldn't. So
find a friend.
So your dad's so rich, just Uber everywhere, okay? See that gold car your dad gave you? Just use it. Because you know what? I hate driving. Driving's stupid. As a matter of fact, I've often said on the air that I'd rather be in a horse and buggy. I'm the worst driving instructor there is. I puke sometimes when I get anxiety.
I mean, listen.
I've been known to pull off the side of the road and just hurl right there. No, I mean,
I throw up in my shirt, Bubba, and then I throw that out the window. I don't pull over.
Hey,
just like Bubba throws out his underwear.
I did one time. Listen, it was on Golf to Bay. I did throw up in my shirt one time.
Ew, really?
Yes.
Why?
I ate a hot dog or something, and I got it caught. In my esophagus.
Oh man.
And I'm trying to I feel like I'm listen, if you ever, I'd have anybody give me the Heimlich. And so I pulled over and used the
chokes on a hot dog while
Would
driving.
you impale yourself?
So I used the steering wheel to try to lean against it.
You were self-Heimliching?
With a steering wheel.
Oh Jesus.
And I then threw up all down the front of my shirt and everything. And that's when I lived in Palm Harbor. I had to drive all the way back. I was on Golf to Bay getting ready to go to my nightclub. And I didn't have an extra shirt or nothing. So I had to drive all the way back to Palm Harbor, get a new shirt, take a shower and everything. Because I stopped by and got a hot dog from Checkers or something.
Ew.
Oh my God.
And it got lodged. I was gonna and if you've ever come on the verge of getting food stuck or choking, there flashes in your head that you're gonna die.
Oh yeah, it crosses your mind, absolutely. But you should have fed some birds with your vomit. That would have been more green.
Is that what you're supposed to do?
Eagles.
If you're choking in your car?
You're supposed to lean over a table.
No, but if you're in your car though, driving.
I don't know,
throw yourself in the steering wheel. That's hard because you don't get that one spot.
No,
I think you crash your car and just hope for the best.
Yeah, because that seatbelt will help that food come out.
That airbag will get it right out. So here's the deal. I pulled over into a parking lot and I tilted my wheel all the way up, Lummy, and then I got on my knees and just kept literally blasting my stomach against the steering wheel. I mean, listen, I thought I was going to die.
Oh, man.
I was probably without air for a minute.
Jesus, that's scary.
Oh my God, that might have caused some brain damage, Bubba. We didn't know about.
I think that's probably one of my reasons I can start using why I make bad decisions in life is that I went.
You have a little brain damage. There's no question, Bubba. You're walking around with just a little brain damage, just a little bit. But we all are.
Died for a minute in your car that day.
From the high school
I just
football.
died in your arms tonight.
From the high school football I played. I played football from 4th grade to 12th grade.
No head injuries there.
No, I mean, yeah, but I mean, and
you got hit by a car.
And the helmet technology they had back there. Let me remember, it was
horrible.
Oh, it was horrible.
It was just one step beyond leather. They were just invented plastic at that point.
We had a plastic face mask
with water pads.
And no, we didn't even have those, Dan. We just had the stitched in webbing.
Ooh.
Like almost a glorified bike helmet. You know how they have bicycle helmets and they got that little thing that your head sits in? That's what we had. So, I was always an offensive lineman or a defensive lineman.
You get hit in the head every time.
So I got hit in the head every time. And then during practice, man, there was no pad. There was no... Every day was pads and hitting.
Yeah. And there was no guardians.
No.
Because they're for pussies.
So, literally, the only day we didn't hit was Saturday and Sunday, because Saturday we did the walk, in high school.
You played on Sundays?
No, the only day we didn't hit was Saturday and Sundays. Oh. Saturday was film day from the Friday night game. Sunday was off, and then Monday were pads, Tuesday pads, Wednesdays pads, Thursdays half pads walk through, And then
when did you guys meet with the media? What was that?
No,
there was none of that. Okay, sorry.
actually, the Warsaw radio station was down there, and his name was Robin Hartman, and he was always at practice and watching who's doing what.
Sounds wholesome,
But and then Dan in fourth grade, I got hit by a car,
Right.
and I was diagnosed with a skull fracture, hematoma, bruise on my brain. That's what I was.
Subdural hematoma. That's what 2 football players died of.
Now you could take
the same injury, Bubba.
You could take the right side of my head and push it in like a dodgeball, like. You could
This is how the documentary should have started.
Fracture. You had a skull fracture.
Yes.
Oh, you had an epidural hematoma.
I had
a contusion in your brain.
Yes.
Jesus.
So you could actually take my side of my head and push it in as if it was like a dodgeball.
I'm surprised that you didn't show everybody and keep playing with it.
And so, at that time, this is the most traumatic thing that I've ever been through.
Like if you had a glass eye, would you pop it out and show people all the time?
No, I don't know what that has to do with me getting hit by a car. So
your battle scars.
The most traumatic thing.
Show your scars.
So they want to do this thing where they're afraid. They didn't have I don't know. This is like 1974.
Right. They were still using steel needles for IVs.
And so at this point, I don't think they had CT scans back then.
They did not.
And so in order for them to be able, that X-ray.
And something called, what they did was, Bubba, instead of a CT scan, it was called a pneumoencephalogram, which you may have had.
I don't know. Here's what they did for me. They were afraid. They wanted to make sure that I didn't have any blood clots in the brain. They wanted to make sure, and they couldn't see that. So they had to run. They sedated me a little bit, but they put dye through my jugular veins of my neck. Mm-hmm. And they picked I don't know how many different and they shot needles in my neck with this dye that would show up on the X-ray imagery as to how the blood was flowing through my head, and I didn't have any clots, but I can remember them prepping me and putting iodine on my neck and cleaning my neck all up and then giving me just a little sedative. But I can remember laying there in a certain area, couldn't move, and them taking these, I would say probably, Dan, maybe a 18 gauge needle into my neck and
nice.
and injecting dye.
Did you think you were going to die then more, or when you were choking and impaling yourself on your steering wheel? Which at what point did you think you were going to die or closer to death? This is a serious question.
Parachuting.
That's when you were asleep.
No, I know, but when
those are your 3 closest to near-death experiences, you'd say.
Well,
jeez, man, I don't even have one.
The chili. I thought.
The car accident.
I thought my chili bowl wreck. I was going to have both of my arms amputated.
Right.
I mean,
But after the dust settled, you were most scared, probably, I guess, when you got hit by the car. You're young.
Yeah, I was. So when they sent me home. After they sent me home from Parkview Hospital in Fort Wayne, I was pretty much out of the woods, other than I couldn't, but I played football that fall.
Oh, that's really.
I played football that fall, but I was that guy. So I wanted to play baseball. I got hit in March. In March.
Oh, yeah, 5 months to heal.
So baseball, Little League started in June. So the doctor said as long as I wore a helmet, I played third base, and I had to wear a helmet.
Oh, you're John Oliverud?
I was that guy.
So in the outfield, you wearing a helmet?
No, I was in the infield. I played third base.
But I'm saying when you're playing defense, you wore the helmet,
right?
Not as a batter.
And I was the only kid. So the team would be like, "Hey, Clem," I was 23. "Hey, Clem, 23, third base. What are you, retarded? You got to wear a helmet, Corky? Hey, Corky, Clem. Hey, Corky.
Was it nonstop?
Corky, Clem. Corky, Clem.
Oh, my.
And I'll be like, So
watch this home run.
So I did hit several home runs that year, and I was cleanup batter. But Lummy, I told my mom, after the 6th game, I don't care if I get hit in the head and die. I'm not gonna wear this helmet anymore. And ended up being a big fight. And, thank God my dad didn't get involved, but my mom tried to handle it. And so I would, I'd take see, a lot of times my mom didn't, I would ride my bike to the ball fields, and my mom didn't make it to the game because she had to work. And so by the time my mom got home, got Tara situated, my game would be over. So I would just ride my bicycle home, and I'd take my helmet with me. And thank God people didn't have like digital phones and could take pictures, because I never wore my helmet. Oh. So my mom sneaks up on me one game, and I'm out there third basing it, not wearing a helmet. See, I used to be the catcher, Lummy, but they had to put me on third because the catcher's more likely to get hit in the head.
Oh, you moved to third was only because of trying to protect your head?
Yeah, because I was a catcher. So they moved me to third. I loved third way more than catching. It's way easier. Oh, it's way easier.
Way easier. You have to put all that equipment on every inning.
Oh, here's the deal, man. You, as a catcher, you're always watching to see how many outs there are. So when you start gotta start rigging up.
You're supposed to be I think the smartest player on the field is the catcher.
Yep.
Well,
they run the whole field.
We didn't back then. You couldn't throw curveballs, and you couldn't throw like.
You mean you couldn't?
No,
they don't want you to be throwing curveballs until you're like 14.
They wouldn't let you.
No. Like in organized baseball,
really? Might mess up your arm, Dan, to the point where all arms are still messed up to this day.
Back in the day, back in the day, you couldn't in Little League. They had minors and majors, and then after majors, you went to Pony League. But Pony, you were 13, and at that point, when you were 13, you could start throwing a curve. But before that, man, it was just straight balls because they had this mindset Lemmy played that it would hurt your arm, so you couldn't. So if you get like a 8 or 9 year old whose dad taught him how to throw a curve, and he'd throw a curve, they'd throw him out of the game.
Yep. Really?
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, really? You'd get a warning first.
Yeah.
Then if you threw it again, you were done.
And then some guy.
Really?
And there's a couple dudes, like Larry Plummer was a pitcher, and his fastball naturally, Lummy, had a little curve to it. And Larry used to get warned all the time, but he wasn't throwing curves. He was he had some smoke on his ball, and it naturally tailed off. And so Larry got warned several times, quit throwing curves. He's like, I'm not throwing curves. So anyway, I probably had, probably 4 or 5 near-death experiences. I got in a bad car wreck at Terre Haute where my right front tire blew out, and me and Kerry Gray and a guy named Neil Fribley, both of those guys are dead now. And I had an 80
Radio Kerry Gray?
Yeah, Radio Kerry Gray. We ended up in a ditch.
Oh, Jesus.
Bad, going 50. Car spun out of control, went into a ditch. We had to go to the hospital.
Who was driving?
Me.
Oh, my God. You almost hit Tommy Lee?
Oh, my God. It was bad. We all were at the hospital. We're getting stitched up and everything. And Kerry Gray had this scar on his face that went from his eye clear to his mouth, and it got, what's it called, Dan, when your scar raises?
Keloids.
It got keloided
from
up.
your accident.
Yes.
Oh no.
And his parents never sued, because back then, this is like 85, 86. Back then, people really thought that in life there could be accidents, and so like you didn't now. You automatically lawyer up and you sue, right? Back then, Carrie's mom and dad were like, hey, you guys were going to a concert, and Bubba wasn't drinking or anything, and the tire blew out, and it was just an accident. Accidents happen. Never got sued.
The tire blew out before you wrecked or after you wrecked?
Before.
Really? That's what caused it?
Yeah. So here's the problem. So I got a flat right. That's why I'll never do a patch on a tire. I'll always do a plug. And and so
I thought patches were good.
Maybe not in Terre Haute, Indiana, the tire joint I went to. So I got a nail in my right front. And by the way, it's my first brand new car I ever owned. Remember my stepfather Eddie, he was loaded. My mom and stepfather had just got married. He's loaded. He's rich. And he's like, we're gonna buy a 1986 Taurus, 4-door Ford Taurus. And my mom really liked it, and she was zipping around town on it. Like she thought she was all that. Well, for some reason, I had a Honda Accord, and like with 352,000 miles on it, and it finally just blew up. It wouldn't, So Jeff, my stepfather's like, let's give Bubba let's give him a brand new car. It's mistake one. So I got this 86 Taurus, Lummy, just nice as hell. Well, I run over a nail.
Oh.
So I take it to this mom and pop tire place, and they're like, "We're going to put a hot patch on the inside. It's much better than a plug."
That's what I always was taught.
Yeah, well, the hot patch blew out, and I ended up in the ditch. And if I think I would have had... So we're driving to a Henry Lee summer concert in Rockville, Indiana. And coming home that night, it was raining, and we're on State Road 46 or 41. We're on State Road 41, just north of Terre Haute. And I'm going like 50. Speed limit's probably 50. And all of a sudden, I hear, which is my right front, and it automatically... Have you ever seen a race car when their right front blows and it automatically just takes them right into the wall?
It goes right.
Right, so...
It goes to the blow.
Like, it literally took me into a ravine that was probably 8 to 10 foot with no guardrail, and we just pie-face ourselves down to that ravine.
Jesus.
And Neil was in the back, and he got thrown out through the passenger window.
Come on.
Yep.
He got ejected?
Yes.
People die from that.
Carrie...
No one had seatbelts on?
Yeah, no, I don't know if we did or not. I don't know.
Seatbelts were more optional back then, too.
Carrie goes through, he eats the front windshield. I eat the front windshield. I didn't really get hurt much because I had my seatbelt on.
Mm-hmm.
I was the only one to have my seatbelt on, but Carrie got really messed up. Neil got messed up. So we're in the emergency room getting stitched up. I don't really need stitches. They kind of alligator bandage my stuff up, Dan. I just got superficial stuff around, like my forehead, my cheeks, my chin. I think I had 2 stitches on my chin. And Carrie, I think, had like 115 stitches on it. And he had this big scar and everything. And car was completely totaled. And so that's a near-death experience. The Chili Bowl was a near-death experience. Me getting hit by an old woman. And like Dan, the woman that hit me when I was in 4th grade, I was in a parking lot, the Checkers gas station parking lot, and she hit me from behind on my bicycle. And she was a wealthy woman in Warsaw, a widow. And my mom and dad never sued her. Like, her insurance company paid for my medical bills. And that's all we cared. Like, we were good with that. My dad was like, I'm not paying nothing. No copays or nothing.
Did they even have copays back then?
No. Like, nothing. We didn't pay nothing. Her insurance company handled it all. But that, and then, the parachuting accident, and then the few...
That's scary, the parachuting accident. The Chili Bowl accident was really scary. Because see, to me, Bubba, the skydiving accident was, you had a moment of pain, then you passed out and woke up later. But the Chili Bowl accident, I mean, you're actually in the car as it's flipping around and doing all those things, and you're witnessing it as it happens. Like, you missed the skydiving part. The video was the best part for you.
Right. The Chili Bowl, I start flipping.
You're conscious during that. You realize you're effed.
And I'm like, oh, this is not going to be good.
No.
So anyway, this video here shows, like, is this embellished, or are school lunches really like this nowadays? So
my kids have been complaining about how bad their school lunch is, and they brought me a sample. So let's see if it's worse than we had as kids.
Now, can kids still bring their own food, like pack their lunch?
It depends on the school. Of course they can. I mean, Sophia brings lunch and Danny eats the school lunch.
Okay.
They're opposites.
Okay, it's a little interesting.
Now, what does Sophia like for lunch? Like when Romina or you...
She'll have like leftovers from dinner last night. She's that easy.
Do they have a microwave?
Yes.
First up,
they have a couple, like 3.
You've got bags of milk. Okay.
Ew.
There's no.
I think this is what Tampa Terry talks of.
Yeah, bag
straw
milk.
in this bag.
Now, here's the deal. How do you drink that bag of milk? Do they give you a cup?
You pop a straw on it?
I don't know.
It's just little packets of chocolate and white milk. That's something I've never seen before in my life.
I mean, yeah, the only time I've heard of a bag of milk would be people from Canada.
A random bag of what I thought
Now,
was...
here's what I'm saying. Do they give it to you in these bags, or has he taken a lunch and put them in the bags to preserve them to show you piece by piece? Or do they actually give you these things in this format, meaning like a bag full of salad?
Cabbage or the beginnings of coleslaw, and apparently it is salad.
Supposedly this is the standard lunch for this gentleman's kids at his school.
Okay. Bean and cheese dip. I guess you're supposed to use the original Fritos, the worst in the pack, and make you a Frito salad. This is cold, by the way. I don't know how you're supposed to heat this up. 3 random French toast sticks.
Those actually look pretty good.
You get syrup?
Oh, man. A pear. Got your fresh fruit. And then you have a box of wild berry juice. Now, when I was a kid, this was milk.
Yep, that's what milk came in.
Juice didn't exist. Now this is milk and this is juice. So I think it's safe to say overall this is the worst lunch. These 3 items alone, milk in a bag and prepackaged coleslaw, I mean, this is just no wonder he wants to take his lunch to school, because who wants?
Well, first of all, I would like completely let my kid, I'd pack him whatever the hell he wanted from home if he was subjected to this. This is ridiculous. Dan, I think this is maybe somewhat embellished. I don't think it could be that bad.
Is this like for free or reduced lunch, you think?
I'm thinking like this might be a reduced lunch deal.
You know, that coleslaw in the bag, although it's in the bag, you got to put it in something. It's all green and orange and nice looking. It doesn't look rotten. It looks fresh.
No, it does. It looks
and
fresh.
It looks
but who wants?
packaged. How else are you going to serve it? You going to give me a handful of it and put it in a? I mean, there's
the way they used to serve us is we had our tray. They would literally give you a tray of food.
That's filthy, though, if you think about it.
I know, but when we used to go get food, you'd walk up and they would just hand you a tray, kind of like prison.
Right.
And it was they already had it pre-dipped, like, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And then you could go, and as you went down and you had a card, this little paper card that had that had 5 punches on it, and the woman would punch your lunch card, and then you'd go, and if you wanted an extra milk, it was like a quarter or something. Or if you wanted chocolate or something like that.
Can I have your milk bag?
And I can remember like this. I can remember like it was nothing. When I was in elementary school, it was $2.25 a week for lunch.
But you know,
and your mom would give you a $10 bill, and you could go like that would be like for the month. It would be $10. That's 4 weeks.
Right. There's 2 things I want to say about this. Number one is, for a lot of American children, the school lunch is the only real meal they get during the day.
Are you serious?
That's a fact. That is a fact. And that is school lunches are responsible for the majority of nutrition for a lot of indigent inner city kids. Absolutely.
No, and haven't they now extended that to where they'll serve breakfast now for underprivileged kids who don't get a breakfast at home, and so if you get to school a little bit early, you can do breakfast there too.
Yes, and sometimes they even do after-school food too. They're doing both because, again, some of these kids aren't getting fed. Yeah, they get this like a late snack in the day that they'll give them, and that they even gave free lunches and some free breakfasts to kids over the summer. Because again, these kids aren't eating if they're not getting these meals, and it's all
don't
the
you
problems.
Don't you think we should have caseworkers that go into all these places, all these parents that can't feed their kids, and casework it up as to why? And like this are the mom and dad smoking a couple packs of cigarettes a day, and in lieu of that, these children are not eating, and the state should come in and give them. I mean, isn't that what the WIC or the various programs where you get free food stamps or something like that? Don't you think that we need to get more active on that?
Well, they're trying to ban certain foods from being bought
on Snap and stuff. Yeah. I mean, but people go crazy when you restrict anything. And a couple things here. All of the problems in America Every single one of them, Bubba, has nothing to do with race, has nothing to do with religion. It's all about money. And most of the people that are really pissed off at the government are pissed off because they're financially struggling. And a lot of children are malnourished because the parents have a limited budget. Everything is double what it was 5 years ago. And anyone that says otherwise is lying. You know, you go to the grocery store, your grocery bill is 50 to 100% more than it was in 2019. Everyone's getting hosed. Power bills are higher. Interest rates are higher. Everything's higher. And so a lot of people didn't make that much more money. Their incomes did not increase by 50%. And all those people that are on the verge of poverty are not making their bills. And so who suffers? The kids end up suffering. And the SNAP, we didn't even have soda machines in our schools as kids.
No.
Now you can use any kind of government benefit to buy crap food. And a lot of times what they do in these school lunches is, because these kids aren't getting enough nutrition, is they load them up with calories at lunch. So that's why you have French toast. That's why you got whole milk. That's why you have things in there. They throw a little cabbage in there because, you want to be able to poop, and they want to have some greens. And the pear.
Yeah, most kids ain't eating that.
They ain't eat, but they're going to throw it away.
Out of all that, out of that, I'm throwing the pear away.
Yep.
I'm throwing the salad away, or I'm gonna try to trade my salad
for more French toast.
Be like, hey, Rhonda, I know you're trying to eat healthy and everything. How about my salad and this pear for your friend? I mean, I think you can really learn to be a good negotiator. Based on getting screwed with lunch. So I'll be like, hey, listen, my pear, I'm giving you 2 items for your 1 item. You're getting a pear and a salad for I need those French sticks bad. I'll even take those Fritos with the bean dip.
Yeah.
I'll take that. I'll take either one for this pear, this beautiful pear. And look at this salad. Look how green it is. It's very nice. And, Rhonda, you're trying to eat better. So, and I'm not trying to eat better. I'm just trying to eat a lot. Hello, who's this?
Hey, what's going on, Bubba? What are we talking about today? School lunches?
Yeah, can you take me off speakerphone, please?
Yes, I can. Hold up. All right, when I was a kid, I was on a reduced lunch when I was a kid, you know what I'm saying? And we grew up just fine, you know what I'm saying? Today, I don't know, man. I don't know. These kids are eating whatever the society feeds them, you know what I'm saying? Like, I agree with you, Bubba. If I got...
This is like Joe Pesci on helium.
Child, bro, I would not be letting them eat whatever they're eating in the schools. I'll be packing them better options.
If my kid came back to me and went through the whole like what this guy just did, I would certainly be packing even a nice peanut butter and jelly with a candy bar and some potato chips or something. Yeah, absolutely. Appreciate your call, Joe Pesci. You know what I'm saying? I know what you're saying. Hello, you're on the air. Go ahead.
Hello.
Yes, you're on the air, sir.
Yes, I was calling to talk about your track racing Saturday night. How about that kid Colton, his first time in a dirt car? He did pretty good, 9th out of 16.
He had great car control. It was his first time that he'd been in a street stock. Didn't get in anybody's way. When the leaders were coming, he knew to get out of the way. Had great car control, didn't spin out. Track was a little wet and tricky. I thought he did a great job. I really did.
He's an up-and-coming driver, that's for sure.
Yeah, I think he's, 12?
Oh.
No, I think he's 14 or 15.
Okay. Yeah, he's, I know that as a race director, I had to take him out a couple races ago. And, if you're under 16 and you're racing, you have to have a Hans device. There's some other safety features that we require. And then me being the race director, I got to watch him, do 10 laps or so under different conditions. Mm-hmm. So I watched him a couple of races ago, and I could, within 4 or 5 laps, I saw that he had great car control, that he wasn't erratic, and that he was, good enough to race with the big boys. And he did. He did a great job. Very proud of the kid.
Yeah, he did. Yep. We all have a great one, and
thank you. Speaking of racing, Lummy, did you see the kid from the Xfinity series? Connor, is it Connor Zilchik? think it's Connor Zilchik. Did you see this, Dan?
Yes, I did.
He won, and he punched his. I mean, I think he's already in the playoffs. He's one of the best drivers in the Xfinity series. Punched the tickets for the playoffs. He won, and he was trying to stand on like this part of the car, like the door jamb, and face the crowd, and like which every race car driver does. And I think the window net slipped.
Yeah, and so did he. Oof.
And he literally hit the ground with what stopped him from his face. His face is what stopped his momentum on the ground.
Career wins. Let's go down to Mobile One Victory Lane, Dylan.
Now, see if you can see. He's already having problems standing on that window net.
On the cage stand.
Oh my gosh, he fell. Come back to our NASCAR Xfinity Series coverage from Watkins.
I just realized he's super lucky because he landed on that mat. Did you see that black mat?
Well, he's not real lucky because he broke a bunch of stuff.
He could have killed himself, though.
Playing on CW, a scary scene in Victory Lane.
He
Connor
just looked
Zillich
dead on impact.
He knocked himself out.
Won. And as he climbed from the car to celebrate, he fell. Let's go down to Victory Lane now and get the latest with Dylan Welch.
And Connor was speaking with medical personnel, so they were swiftly on the scene here. Both folks right here in Victory Lane, and then the Trackside Media medical group that drove the medical golf cart in. They are loading him on a backboard right now and going to put him on the cart and I believe take him to the infield medical.
Now, in all
the medical golf cart?
In all the years.
We have an emergency. We're going 20 miles an hour.
In all the years I've been watching racing, I've never seen somebody injure themselves in winter circle. Like, I've never seen it.
I think that would be a neat medley of celebratory injuries. Like, Grammatica hurt himself celebrating. There's a lot of people, soccer players hurt themselves all the time celebrating.
Center just for more evaluation, but did get confirmation he was speaking with the medical folks, and that's the only thing we can say at this time.
7 career wins. Let's go down to Mobile
Here we go.
One Victory Lane, Dylan.
So you can see right here, Lummy, when he goes to try to put his left foot on the window seal, you can see the net give away a little bit, right? See that? Mm-hmm. Okay, so now he goes to stand on that, and then it looks like it
slides in. As he stands on it, it slides in. Look at that.
So right there, he looks steadied, and he goes to looks like he's going to stand on top of the car.
Yeah, the hood.
He's going to go stand on top of the top of the roof. On the roof, Lummy. That's called the roof, not the hood.
I didn't know if he was going to his hood because they have that Xfinity thing there.
Nobody ever goes. Lummy, he's going.
Okay,
that Xfinity thing right there. This thing right here is called the roof, buddy.
Yeah.
Not.
I was talking about the purple thing because you can't really stand in.
I would stand on the hood, Lummy.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Well, you got a Ford Hemi, okay?
That's right.
So Lummy, at this point now, all of his weight is on that left foot, which is he should know is already showed signs of unstableness.
Mm-hmm.
And as he's going to transfer all of his weight to his right foot, to then propel himself up to the roof, Lummy, not the hood.
That smile is going to be gone in a second.
Now, see, it looks like his left foot, Dan, gets caught.
It slides and then gets caught.
It slides and then gets caught between his seat and the chassis of the car.
That's a good Frozen shot right there you got.
Oh, yeah, look.
He looks like a flamingo dancer.
Uh-oh.
Now here comes...
Oh.
Uh-oh. Oh, boy.
Look at that. Look at that.
Oh,
man.
But there's a black mat there, look.
That's.
Oh, you think that's just a normal diamond? That's just a normal black checker mark?
That's not. Yeah, look, checker mark, checker mark. I mean, the same way my Victory Lane is. That's just a black piece of concrete paint, and that's his hat. That's not. That's his hat that he was wearing. So that didn't help him.
Mm-mm. Did he tear a knee or anything, or he just broke his collarbone?
No, he had a little head injury too.
Yeah, he's got to have a head injury.
Oh my gosh, he fell.
Dude, he looks dead.
Come back to our
So
his hands all curled up.
I think that he's already been ruled out. Like he's done for the year.
Yes.
Like he's literally done for the year now.
I sent you a still picture too of him hitting his head if you wanted to see his impact.
You sent me the still.
The still picture.
We'll do that and go into words. I always like to go long on the first break, Lemmy, because that's when that's when we're on the front page. We've now been taken off. They got like Trent loose in the morning.
Yes.
Great. Hold on. This guy right here is now. This guy right here is on the front page.
Oh yeah, let's see.
And they completely kicked us off.
He's cooking with 11 right now.
Yeah,
we're back on there.
Pride of the farm.
If you refresh it, we're back.
We're back?
Yeah, sorry, Trent.
Oh, Trent.
Oh, they put us back?
Yeah, you gotta just hit refresh.
Refresh?
Yeah, that's what it's showing on my side.
Yeah, refresh Willie button.
Look here, refresh, and then look, Lemmy. It's still got Trent loose in the morning.
Interesting.
There is by the way, that word never comes out of your mouth ever. Interesting. I mean, Dan, it looks like at this point, man, his entire inertia, his entire weight. First of all, he's not broke his fall with any of his hands, as you can see, and it looks like his neck and his head took all of the stopping inertia. Did it not? I mean, like, look.
Definitely. That's like when I fell. I landed right on my eye.
He didn't crack his neck.
I know. He's lucky.
He didn't crack his neck.
He's lucky he didn't kill himself.
But
people die from that height of a fall.
When
People
you
can die.
won, did you ever do anything crazy?
No, I got out of the car and was trying to catch my breath.
Oh.
You're listening to the Bubba the Love Sponge Show.
If you want 24/7 on-demand Bubba and the crew, go to BubbaArmyHQ.com. The Bubba the Love Sponge Show will be back after this.
Could have done that too. I initially thought it. But his head injury is so much more important though than his knee.
Oh yeah.
What's up, Stephen Coco? Never
Your
trust
mom
a phone.
says, Seth, that breakfast comes in a bag in the morning. They hand it to you. Lunch is on a paper tray in sections, and it's pretty horrible. And she said, by the way, breakfast and lunch in Hillsborough County is free.
That's what I hear.
Like I think for everybody.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, like doesn't matter if you're a millionaire or nothing.
I think for the bag of coleslaw, it's free. You could, I think if you want to upgrade to some Doritos, you gotta pay.
Yeah.
You gotta pay to play.
What's up? Glow Blood, Group of Lips, Berto Perez. Wait, this is just going down on its own. Fan Orlando, Manson, Zamol. So weird. Black Eye, TNT, Little Wolver's Afterbirth, Snook Slayer, Yinzer, Grumpy Old Biker, Grumpy Old Man, Duck God. Jonesy, Dat Twart. Seminole West Travis. Total Cottonwoods. Pippi. Never trust a fart. What's up, Wayne? Elvis Cankles, Grumpy Biker.
So Dan, we're gonna do this Lions hit, and I need your doctor.
Okay, sure.
I need you to doctor it up.
Tina May. Celery. Dr. Carly Hall, Dan Fan. Good morning, Cece. Eat more coleslaw.
Let me.
Yes,
No.
sir.
Oh, never mind.
He's urinating, sir. Can I deliver a message to him?
No, I'm just going to talk about synergy. And then the Lions. And then probably a quick break to get back on time.
All right, let me deliver that message to him.
Thank you. Oh, man.
Yeah, sure he did. Is Macho's Mustang in the shop or something?
Yeah.
Busting out the Bronco 2, Outer Banks edition.
It's a cute car.
This is cute.
Let me.
Yes, sir.
I'm doing synergy.
All right.
And then we're going into the Lions.
Heather, I will later in the afternoon. Grouper Lips.
By the way, you find people of
Ghost
Rumble,
profiles.
all 6,000 of you, almost 6,400 actually. If you could give us a follow, there's probably a lot of new people in here. Give us a follow.
Because it shows we're back on there.
What's up? Big and greasy.
Dr. Remy, like $105.
Yeah, we're back on small box, but back on there, yes.
Logo Dan. BS profile, even more coastal. Jonesy.
What's up, you more coastal?
Dirt Merchant. Permagrom. What's up, Berto Perez?
Broadcasting live from the Aquabito studios, aquabito.com/Bubba. It's the Bubba the Love Sponge Show.
Monday, August 11th, the Bubba the Love Sponge Show, originating from Tampa, Florida. You can financially support the show if you'd like. 3 different ways, 4 different ways, 5 different ways. Just most easily, PayPal, Venmo, and Cash App, all at the Bubba Army. Lummy, I think Ashley is working hard on getting the accounting.
Yes.
Seth, I think it's my understanding that you've agreed to host Blizzard 200 with you and Brian and Lummy. It's just maybe just you 3. I don't know. That's your gig. Being the host, you can have however many guests you like, or you can lock it down to just you 3.
Yeah, I wasn't planning on any guests, but then you started talking to Lummy about inviting everybody.
No, okay, I may have done that, but I'm repositioning it, and the official ruling is you get with Lummy and you tell him if you'd like to have any guests or not, and it could just be you 3 in a Blizzard 200 gimmick, or you can have guests. It's you're the host, you're picking the music out. And, so.
What should we do? What are we. We're just playing music and talking and
just like we do at Bubba 199.
Okay.
Babyface seemed like he had some plans.
Yeah. So you guys if it's 2 hours, 8 to 10. We do it it'll be on our Twitch page and it'll be on our Rumble page.
All right.
Right, Lummy?
Yes, sir.
And you're the bit caller.
Yes, sir.
And you're the host, Seth. Brian will be your co-host. I usually get here when I have to do the music myself. I get here and build a music library. You could have one pre-built on your Spotify. It will take a little bit of a plan. It does take a little bit of planning. I
have a feeling Brian will probably want to curate the playlist. So,
but you probably need to have that conversation with him at least.
Yeah.
Being you're like I'm trying to say, like you're kind of in charge. Like this is your gig. This is your gig.
All right, well, the pressure's on now.
It's very much on.
Brian just said we can do whatever the hell we want when we're on the air.
Well,
so
you can.
Okay.
You can. And hopefully it'll bring in a lot of money.
Hopefully.
Because Bubba 199s are big money grabs for us to be able to pay the bills.
Dan's Pringle can, $20.
Dan says his penis is the size of a Pringle can. So that's where that screen name comes. Lummy, I would have. So Saturday in Ocala, we had 7 classes that ran. It rained all day. It spit rain all day. It was a track prep nightmare. Should I leave it dry? Should I continue to wet it? Do I leave it open? Do I go ahead and seal it over? And it was, the track ended up being, we started racing. We started hot laps right at 7 on time. And I could have not done it if I didn't have the badass 3-yard front end loader from Synergy Equipment, courtesy of Sandy. We also had a bunch of Synergy Equipment friends and family that came as our guests. But if I hadn't had that big heavy front end loader, I wouldn't have been able to pack the wet track, as I don't have anything that heavy. And this thing I have a grader that's that heavy, but it doesn't have the big balloon tires. And because I had a Synergy Equipment front end loader, courtesy of my girl Sandy from Synergy Equipment, the races would have not happened. So anybody that came, anybody that raced, anybody that watched Saturday night, Ocala Speedway in Ocala, you can pretty much thank Synergy Equipment for providing me with a front end loader on me that I'm in the middle of doing another project with.
Nice.
And just thank you so much. If anywhere in pretty much they got I think they got one in Alabama, but they got like 1, 2, 3, 4. I mean, they got like probably 15 or 20 locations in Florida. They got Georgia, Tennessee, Texas. Synergy Equipment, anything from excavators to bulldozers to front end loaders to skid steer attachments. If they got just all types of equipment. As you can see, aerial booms, articulated front end loaders which is what I had, skid steers, aerial scissor lifts, excavators, and if it wouldn't been for Synergy Equipment, I would have not been able to race Saturday in Ocala. So thank you so very much, Synergy Equipment. I would have not been able to, if I didn't have that front end loader with those big balloon tires, being able to pack the wetness, we wouldn't have raced. So again, thank you so much to Synergy Equipment. If you're looking to rent or even buy, go to Synergy Equipment. They got all kinds of. They got about everything you would possibly need, and you can buy it and or rent it. Your choice. Hello.
Good morning, Bubba. Jersey Rich, how are you?
Hi, Jersey Rich. Can you take me off of speakerphone, Bluetooth? It's just the quality of the audio is just so much different when you have me not on Bluetooth.
How about now?
What's
How
that?
about now?
We'll take it.
How about now? Is that better?
We'll take it. Thank you.
Sorry, sir. You know what? I always call in and I'm a little late on the uptake regarding of when you actually pick up for me, which is fine. I don't want to throw a spike strip in the flow. I was going to mention something about the school lunch, as one of my kids just graduated this year and brought me out a hot sample at one point in time when I picked him up on a half-a-day Willie. And let me tell you something. It was treacherous. It was chicken things.
Treacherous.
So listen, Seth's mom most recently retired from the public school system. Just maybe 2 years ago, Seth?
Oh, it could have been 2, could have been 5. I lose track of time.
All right, anyway, she just texted me and said, okay, so breakfasts come in a bag, lunches come on a paper trail a paper tray that are horrendous, and they have in Hillsborough County, all lunches, no matter if you're a millionaire or you have nothing, are all free. So all lunches are free, but she described it as horrible as well.
It's better than we get in the box.
Yeah. So at that point, did you start packing your child's lunch for them?
He requested to either not eat or pack something from home. No problem whatsoever.
Right.
It was just the nuggets were grainy, and he said the French fries are either two ways. You either have to bring a priest in to read the last rites on them, or they're soggy as hell. And he's even told them, he says, hey, life is rough from behind the glass in the cafeteria, because he said to him, hey, when you cook those up, don't put the cover on. The condensation kills it. They had no interest. So
yeah, they're not going to take it from some kid. Like they've been acting. They've been
tips from a fifth grader.
They've been lunch ladies for those old bags have been lunch ladies for 40 years. They're just trying to get their pension and get the hell out of there.
Yeah, their brains are in their arms.
Jesus.
Well, he's actually graduated and he's going to culinary school, so he tried to give him some sound advice. If you get my drift.
In actuality, listen, hold on. In actuality, they should probably listen to him. He would know more, but they don't want to talk to some snotty-nosed little brat. Those fat lunch ladies, they got a mind of their own, my friend.
Absolutely not. Like and a weird name like Talon, they're probably busting his chops as he walks away. Guess what, though, Bubba? Monday, as soon as I get paid, sit at the command center and pay a couple bills, I'm going to order your video. I can't wait, man. I really can't wait.
Well, the video won't. The video. I mean, pre-orders look like they're going to be maybe on the. I think maybe the 4th, September 4th. I think I'm getting more.
Okay.
You know,
Just send the money though. We'll all figure it out after you send the money.
I'll keep people posted. It's looking like it might drop on Friday the 12th. Those are tentative dates. They can move, but we're getting very, very, very close. Like we're close to this thing dropping.
I can't wait. And let me tell you something. In all honesty, I know this is redundant, but as far as the title, if there was an Oscar for the title, I can't think of a better title. It's unreal how it fits perfectly.
Best
name ever for something.
Appreciate you, my friend. Appreciate you listening, sticking by us. We just appreciate you remaining Bubba Army. Thank you, my friend.
I love you guys. Terrible weekend. You made me smile the minute I put you guys on this morning. Love you.
Thank you, buddy. Appreciate it. We actually tried to. I just always say we because the documentary is mostly about me, but I don't have any, ownership or anything to do. I mean, like I don't own it or anything like that, or finance it. But
I feel like you went Mike Couch on us for a second with that one. It's about you, but you're not. It's not your money.
It's not my money. I don't really have much to do with it on the financing end of it. But they were telling. I was just getting ready to say something. Oh yeah, so they were trying to negotiate with the Bugles, and as the
video killed the radio star.
As the closing credits were going, there's a part at the end of the movie that kind of it's like, where are they now? You know what I'm saying? Like it goes through the list of people that were in the documentary.
Did you have to change the one about Hogan?
Yeah, in the dirt.
No, I mean, we're just, it was made when he was alive, and people are just gonna have to understand that the documentary game is a dirty game and it's a long game, and so there's no editing that he's now dead. You're just gonna have to know that, but. We tried to get the rights or license, they tried to negotiate with the Bugles, and they were so outrageous on how much money they wanted for us to play Video Killed the Radio Star.
How much do they want?
Oh,
didn't you say like $40,000?
Yeah, like. So they wanted They wanted like $38,000.
That's more than they make a whole weekend playing on a cruise line.
Yeah. And so
the Princess Cruise Line. We got
the filmmaker and the money people and just the whole film company that put this whole thing together was like, hey, we're willing to give you 10 or something. But
man, they should have taken that. I don't know.
Is there a royalty-free version of it?
No, there's not, because royalty-free doesn't work in documentaries.
Oh.
And so, the lawyers and all that kind of stuff. So the filmmaker and the director and the editor and the financer, they're all together, and they're like talking to the Bugles management, and they're like, listen, we anticipate this being pretty heavily watched, and it's going to be great for the band. The Bugles, Video Killed the Radio Star. You don't see that. And if you listen to the radio, Seth, whether it's top 40, adult contemporary, people aren't playing that song.
No.
That song's
not. It only played when MTV started, and then no one heard about it for 40 years till you brought it up.
Right, nobody, that's not a, that's not a song that is an old top 40 song that gets recycled on your local adult contemporary or your local top 40 station, or that song is so obscure that I might be the only one that wants to play it.
Right.
And
It's not like Dream On. It's a niche song that made sense for about 3 months.
So they said no, so we can't play it. So I don't know what we're playing in lieu of, or they're playing, I should say.
Really? They wouldn't? You guys couldn't come up with a...
No, they could not.
Why would they not take $10,000? What is? Are they that? Are they doing that well?
Because they thought no.
They're the looks like they once in a while do a supporting band for Seal.
For
His
Seal?
concert, yeah.
Really?
Yeah. So
Really?
I mean,
He's phenomenal.
But here's the deal.
He's a superstar.
So the filmmaker and the financier and the director and our trademark, everybody's talking to the Bugle's management and giving them a sensible number and a fair number. And I think it was north. And again, I hope the film director and I hope they don't get mad at me for blurting out figures, but I do know this, that they wanted over $50,000. And listen, it was at the end of the movie when we're running the credits, and I don't know that the credits were even longer than the entire song. Like, it might have made it to the first hook. Video killed the radio star, and it was it was great. Thank God they can't sue us for titling it, because you can't trademark, you can trademark a song, but you can't trademark the words of a title. Like, you know what I'm saying? So under fair use, we were able to use that as a title. But
I heard it's going to end with a Ned parody. Is that true?
No. So anyway, this is as about as bad as you're going to see. Now, this is the Lions and the Falcons, and this guy, is it 24, Lummy?
No, I believe
this
it's
is
41.
Replay. Look at his head snap back as it hits the leg.
All right, so it's 28. 28's tackling this running back, and 28 looks to be like a corner or a safety.
Morris Norris.
Morris Norris?
Yes.
Okay.
Great name.
Now, is there a health report? Is there a report on how he's doing? Because this is a
He's okay.
He's okay?
Yeah.
For real?
Yeah, he gave an update in the hospital.
Hits the leg.
All right,
Got the knee in the head.
So
right away, he was spazzing. They're looking at him.
All right, so that's the hit. That doesn't really look to be much.
No, it was innocent.
But does this show?
Does it show him shaking and stuff? Yeah.
Does this show the whole? And was he shaking for like?
He said he was spazzing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you see
he had
it?
a head injury. He absolutely got knocked the F out.
Man.
Hold on here. Wait till you see it. I mean, it's unbelievable. I've really never seen, Tua, prior to this, the Dolphins quarterback, was probably the most that I'd ever seen a person, get hit.
His arm got stuck. Yeah.
Dan, what is that when the guy spazzes uncontrollably? What is that from? Is that from a pinch?
Separation of his brain from the rest of his body, and it's literally a disconnect, and your body goes into these primitive reflex positions.
Here in Mercedes-Benz Stadium in Atlanta.
Do they show the hit?
It's much bigger than the game of football that's on the field.
Players did. I don't know if it shows the shaking
and the
though.
Falcons circle around.
Can you find it for me?
That's what I'm looking for.
10-1 of Detroit's defensive backs. 24-year-old Morris Norris.
So they didn't
Jr.
play anymore. They
is
ran
now
out
at
the
a
rest of the
trauma
game
center
praying
nearby
on the
after
field.
suffering a
Oh, so was this
serious injury while trying to make a tackle? His teammates and Falcons players took
I've seen it all
I sent
over.
you the shaking part.
Okay, yeah, I need to see that.
So Morris Norris, is he tackling Jeff Jeffries? I mean, what a horrible name.
Here we go. All right, let me get this. Of course, it's giving me a full-blown buffer Willie here.
Jerry Fitzgerald.
And I thought I had it earlier, but I didn't. Oh, Jesus Christ. All right, here we go.
Oh, yeah.
Wait, hold on.
Oh, yeah. He did that little wiggle.
Watch how long it goes, Dan. Watch how long it goes.
He's probably pooping his pants right now, too.
Dan, quit being funny.
I'm not trying to be funny. He's probably defecating.
Oh.
I'll say it clinically. And urinating.
No.
Micturating.
Does that happen on the field? Oh, my God.
Just watch. Just watch.
He's not doing okay.
That's what freaked everybody out.
Yeah, he's not doing okay. I can tell.
It's like he's having a seizure. In fact, that is having a seizure.
Hold
That's
on.
a seizure.
I'm trying to see how. Hold on now. Hold on. I'm going to try to see how long it goes. Hold on.
He's seizing.
Yeah,
Right, so it looks
someone says he's seizing. It's a seizure.
All right, so it looks like he just stopped, Lummy. 26-second seizure. I'm going to play it again. 26 seconds. Now, Dan, what's happening to his body at this point to cause him to uncontrollably, and you're saying chances are he urinated and defecated, but like, are you saying that his brain got detached from his spinal cord?
Figuratively, electronically, not mechanically. Does that make sense? So when you get knocked out.
By the way,
like
for those scoring
Tua,
at home, the man speaking here is a doctor. He's a plastic surgeon and a former team doctor for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers of 6 years. His dad was the longest tenured doctor in the history of the NFL of 30-plus years. His dad was the original doctor for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers when they were an expansion team in 76 and went clear till 08. Dan, I'm asking, when did Joe finally retire?
10.
Yeah,
like
so
2010.
The longest tenured doctor. So Dan knows about this, and for 6 of those years, Dan was his assistant, flew to all the games, and was an assistant NFL team doctor. So what's happening here at this point?
Okay, so when we talked about Tua, he had a posturing, and that's when the brain is literally electronically disconnected from the rest of the body. What we're seeing in this particular case is a seizure. It's not posturing, it's a seizure. And so a head injury can cause posturing when the brain is literally electronically disconnected from the rest of the body, or a seizure when the brain is having
a posture.
Right, but in this case, the seizure is when the brain is having literally like a hurricane inside.
So like
the
brain,
electrical activity is going crazy in the brain.
Literally like the definition of getting your eggs scrambled.
Yes, he's scrambling up right now.
So his brain has been by either the impact of the hit or the creaking of like the angle of your neck getting snapped back causes your brain to just go into like default mode.
Yes.
And it's electronically firing.
It's kind of like when a heart goes into an arrhythmia. The electrical activity is not synchronized. It doesn't make sense. Is it
literally like a pinball just bouncing around?
It's like snow on your TV. Remember the old TVs that would have snow? It was like that. Like there's nothing. Before you
locked into a regular channel,
right.
You just get snow.
Right.
So he's getting brain snow.
Exactly.
26 seconds.
Doing okay. Yeah, he's not doing okay. I can tell. Look, he's seizing.
I mean, it really makes me feel. I mean, I feel horrible for this dude.
He's seizing. He's not doing okay. He's seizing.
It all was
that's a
his knee,
seizure.
right, Dr. Dan? It's his knee just making the impact with his head? Or
I think the knee just hit him in the head. Yeah, the knee just hit him in the head.
It has nothing to do with his jerking of his back and his neck?
I don't think he tackled the guy wrong. He had his head up. He just got a knee to the head. And that just shows you what a knee to the head can do. It's legal in MMA, but...
So, at this point, Dan, it looks like they got him on his back. Procedurally, as a doctor, what are you trying to do? Just keep him as still as you possibly can? Because at this point, you don't know if you got a broken neck. You don't know if you don't know what you... At this point, Dan, the Dr. Diacos and the Dan Diacos that are down here now, you don't know what you got, right?
So three things. Number one is you're trying to prevent further damage. That's the main thing you're trying to do is just trying to prevent further damage. So if he does have a neck injury, you want to stabilize his neck. Interestingly, if you have shoulder pads, you don't take off the helmet. You're not supposed to. You're supposed to just take off the mask, the cage, the face mask part. Because the helmet with the pads keeps your neck lined upright.
So they have to unscrew the face mask.
That's the safest way to do it.
That's what they're supposed. That's what they're supposed to do.
But they have battery operated, screwdrivers.
Yeah,
they have them. The trainers all have them with them on their hips, like Batman.
And it zing,
4 screws, it's gone.
Like they're a NASCAR pit team.
Right, exactly. And that's
so
the best way to access the face.
At that point, then you got access to the face. The guy's not claustrophobic. The helmet stays on
with the pads
for stability.
With the pads, yes.
And then
so, like we said, okay. So first thing is trying to stabilize the neck so you don't further, paralyze the kid if he's got a neck injury. Second thing is try to stabilize the airway to make sure that he's not aspirating, because a lot of people when they're having a seizure are choking on their tongue or swallowing fluids. Inhaling fluids, and that's not a good thing either. And then the third thing is trying to actually treat what's happening.
Now, when we had, for the longest time, we had a guy here named Steve Pedrick. His nickname was Pantera, and he was an epileptic.
That's tough to live around.
He would, he always worked in the bullpen out there, kind of ran the bullpen, and was the head phone screener, then went on to be like the head editor. Pantera had been with me for a long time. And he had, he was an epileptic. And so there would probably be once a year where he would have a seizure. And literally, the engineer, they would tell me, Pantera's having a seizure, and I would try to wrap up and go into commercials. But there's literally Dan and the other doctors are like, listen, because we would try to hold him down or try to help him, and they become they want to fight you. They want to fight you.
Oh, yeah.
Well,
Because they're disoriented.
Well, remember, the first one was he was in 2008, and he didn't tell us he was epileptic or whatever he was. And so we started freaking out and then holding him down.
Yeah. And so then it got to be after we knew he was epileptic, we were told to just, as he's having one, kind of keep him down as best you can. Make sure he doesn't swallow his tongue. But remember, Lummy, after every time he'd be biting his tongue, and his tongue would just be like hamburger from him biting it so much. But we were just told to kind of move things like chairs and various things that he could hurt himself with, just try to clear the area and keep him kind of somewhat controlled and contained. But it would take somebody like the size of Lummy or me to try to get like blanket him, and it would last a minute sometimes, and it's the most violent. It's bad looking. It's very scary when somebody's having an epileptic seizure. And Dan, I don't know that there's anything that you're supposed to do other than try to keep them away from hurting themselves, right?
Yes.
Because there's nothing you can do.
Support.
You can't you can't bear hug them and make them stop. They gotta their brain just has to reset and get back.
They had us giving when my dog used to have seizures, they used to tell us to put syrup in her mouth or something like that. They said the sugar helped.
It was a diabetic seizure. That's a different kind of seizure.
Oh, that's okay.
It's not that's a sugar seizure.
So they got the backboard out. They got him stabilized on the ground. He's done kind of, making his jerky movements. His jerky seizure movements lasted 26 seconds.
So here's the problem, Bubba. So when he wakes up, he's in La La Land. He doesn't know where he is. He's confused, and that scared the trainers even more.
No, they trying to get him heart to heart.
Now, Dan, we can't see what the doctors are doing, but what are they doing at this point?
They're probably just trying to assess him. They're not doing chest compressions or anything. They're just trying to talk to him and make sure he's got an airway and he's breathing and his heart's beating.
Maybe take it off. Maybe take it off his face. Did they take it? Did they take his helmet off here?
Yeah, it looks like they're cutting his jersey now too.
Are they doing a hard thing around?
So they're going to get the pads and the helmet off together. So they're probably going to cut the pads off. If not, they're in the ambulance.
They cut his thing up. They're trying to give him a hard thing. Yeah, the EKG thing. They trying to jump his heart.
Seems like they're wasting a lot of time.
No, they're doing stuff. There's guys out there doing stuff. You just can't see it.
What do you think they should be doing, Bubba?
They need to be, load them up.
Into the ambulance golf cart.
I think the ambulance actually pulls into the field.
Yeah, this one does. They got a real big boy ambulance instead of the one.
I mean, they got a big boy
NASCAR
ambulance that can go right to the hospital. Street worthy. Instead of the golf cart slab deal that they.
Well, that's why I think that the guy threw that the WWE X. If you saw it at the beginning, that was the ambulance.
Yeah, he did the X. All right, so
interestingly, they put the ball on the ground during a play and let the clock run out.
Yeah,
they did this. They started a play and just didn't finish it. They just let the play last a few minutes.
They all prayed.
I've never seen that happen.
I don't think it has happened.
So they did what now?
So instead of canceling the game, they did one more play and then just left the ball on the ground until the clock ran out. No one touched the ball. They just
how much time was left in the game?
Like 12 minutes.
A lot.
Oh, so they just let the
whole quarter. Almost.
Yeah, because nobody really. I mean, listen, it's preseason. It means nothing, and what you're worried about, man. For not only the Lions, because you got your teammate down there, but also the Falcons. This is where
it freaks everybody out.
This is where there is no. You're not on a particular team. You're part of the players' union,
right?
And he's a player, and you're worried about him. Like, we're not. They're not. He's not my opposition anymore. He is
your comrade.
He's a fellow player of the NFL Players Association, and I hope he's going to be okay.
Yes, I remember one of the stars on Danny's team in the spring tackle football league got hurt. The team sucked after that for the rest of the game. They were gone. They're useless. They were all freaking out in their heads. They were absolutely useless. And so when you have a kid that gets carted off the field, especially someone like this where you have a disturbing seizure, people don't like to watch seizures. It's very hard to see a seizure for the first time.
Oh, the
players are done.
It's
the brains are shot.
If you've never seen a seizure, it's
disturbing.
It's very
flat out disturbing.
Oh, I saw something disturbing Saturday night headed back from the track. I actually was like the first one on the scene of two people being dead.
What?
So I'm driving on 75 South,
oh boy,
just south of the Wildwood exit, and all of a sudden you can see there's a little bit of a hill, but you can see on the backside, like I'm going up a hill, but you can see that once I get to the apex of that hill, there's something going on because all you can see is a hue of red lighting. Like on the, so I'm driving up this hill. I'm not at the very crest of the hill where you can see down it. I'm driving up it, and you can see it's like the sky's red.
Is it nighttime?
Yeah, it's midnight.
Oh, that late.
It's
okay.
midnight. And I go at the top of the hill, and there's a fire truck, there's two semis that have pulled over on the side of the roads, and they put their flares out, and then there's two cop cars with their lights on and an ambulance, and it was a pickup truck that was pulling like a fifth wheel, and he must have got jackknifed or something, and there were two bodies, and I was maybe first or second, it just happened. There was still smoke coming from the pickup truck and everything, and I don't know that they had their seatbelts on. I think they went through the front windshield of their truck, and they were both, a man and a woman, were laying on the highway in the far left lane, and their wreckage was in the median, and they hadn't even put sheets over them yet, but they weren't moving.
That's horrible.
And I'm told Merch Crick, I said, I wonder if I should get out and get some footage of this. It
wasn't I wonder if I should get out and help. It was, I want to get out and get some content.
Well, no, I mean,
of bodies.
What am I going to do? What am I going to do help wise? They already got the ambulance, and
Oh, they had the ambulance there already.
The ambulance.
Oh,
was,
okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I thought it just happened, and they just slid to a stop, and you just want to take pictures.
She's said, no, that's really not very classy. That's not cool.
No, that wouldn't be cool. That's when you try to help.
Yeah, well,
it's like the second vulture.
The only thing I could do to help would be to get some footage of it and be able to show the fine people.
You do break medical news now, Bubba, so I could see why you did want to.
Yeah, I mean,
get some footage of that.
I'm a prick, and I will break you some medical news, and then I'll second guess as to why you're not doing an autopsy.
But you don't want to be the second vulture.
Lummy, the head coach from the Patriots, he's continuing the Bill Belichick tradition of being a prick. Speaking of being is it Mike Vrabel? Is that how you say his name?
Yeah.
He's got a dick name.
Mike, just thought on Drake's performance, and I'm sure the turnover probably annoyed you with what he did.
Are you asking and answering a
Just
question
no,
at
your
the
thoughts.
same time? Is that what you're doing?
I got you. Your thoughts.
I would say you about summed it up.
Mike, just thought on Drake's performance, and I'm sure
I'm surprised these reporters, I don't know if they don't prep their questions at all, but the way that they ask them, it seems like they have no confidence and that nothing's planned out at all. I do think it is kind of a prickish thing that Vrabel did, but I also think that he's checking these guys to make sure that they're not wasting his valuable time.
Just to let you know that Stephen A. Smith doesn't really have any insight. He's a very knowledgeable person. He's a great communicator. He's, the Howard Cosell of our generation. Arguably.
Really? You're going to give him that big of a prop? The Howard Cosell of our generation? Bob Costas wasn't?
Bob Costas never really got, Bob Costas never really editorialized. Bob Costas interviewed and gave play-by-play. Bob Costas never had a forum where he editorialized. He, again, interviewed and did play-by-play, whereas Stephen A. Smith gives you his opinion. And he comes out on, I think, Friday morning and says that they're setting up Shedeur to fail. Because, as you know, the big thing in sports this weekend is Shedeur Sanders was the starting quarterback against was it the Carolina Panthers? Or no,
it was the Panthers.
It was Carolina Panthers. And he actually, I think, played until the third quarter or up into the third quarter and looked really good.
Great. He looked great.
He set the internet on fire.
Mm-hmm.
He looked great. He was playing with the number 2 and 3 offensive line. He wasn't playing necessarily with all the ones. It
doesn't even, it's the preseason, who he's playing with, who he's playing against. It doesn't. He did exactly what he needed to do, I know that there's a lot of people that hate him for whatever reason. Whether you think he needs to be humbled, whether you hate his dad, but how many of us have been in the position where people have said you can't do something? I mean, I feel like more of us
every day we turn the show on.
Well, I was gonna say I feel like more of us have been in that position than in the position of telling people they can't do something.
Right.
I feel like the majority of us have been where Shedeur is, and I mean, there's nothing better than proving people wrong. I'm just surprised that so many people are working against him. I just thought it was awesome to see him do well this weekend.
I did too. I thought, and listen, he was in some situations where he had to step. The pocket was collapsing. He had to step up, find that open guy. Had a really good touch on his ball.
He had good positioning. He was slippery. He made good decisions.
He did. He did great. And so here's Stephen A. before the game in his synopsis. And I think at this point he was just covering his bets in case Shedeur, crapped the bed.
But I think sometimes that Stephen A. Smith just likes to thrive on controversy, and obviously he was wrong.
But I'm going to answer this question by saying Shedeur Sanders, and I'm going to tell you why. I think he's being set up to fail. That's right. I'm going to say it.
Okay.
Here we are on national television, right? There's been 11 practices, if I remember correctly. He's been he's been playing against the third unit. He's fourth on the depth chart. And then suddenly you throw him into the start lineup, and he hasn't had any reps with the first team at all. Think about that. So you're just going to throw him to the wolves like that, huh?
So what's Stephen A. Smith saying today? What's he saying today? He's like, oh my God,
I was wrong again.
Well, would he say, man, you know what? I had it all wrong.
Well, people are still. What people are saying is, because a lot of people said this. RG3 said this. People are saying that he was set up to fail, but he did not.
Okay.
He prevailed, even though he was not set up for success.
I would agree with that. I would say that
they didn't throw him in the Super Bowl. They threw him in the first preseason game of the year
against other jobbers.
That's where guys like him should be playing.
He was playing, Dan. He was playing against arguably the Carolina ones.
Right, they're ones and twos because a lot of teams sit half their offense.
But Carolina elected to play I think the first 2 or 3 series on defense were their ones. So, Shedeur really overcame a lot of obstacles in the fact that he's playing with his twos. He's playing against their ones. And by all accounts, he nailed it.
If he had first team snaps in practice, I don't say that. But he doesn't. And then all of a sudden he's starting tomorrow night. It's like you want him to fail. I'm not accusing the coaches of doing this. I'm not accusing the GM of doing this. But that owner, Mr. Haslam, that's a different animal right there. Mr. $230 million guaranteed deal to Deshaun Watson. And then he's going to come out this time.
And Seth, what are they going to do when Deshaun is finally healthy? Cut him?
Yeah, I mean, or they'll let him write out his contract as a backup, but I think they'll probably just let him go.
Right, like I don't think he'll ever start as a Brown again.
I had nothing to do with this pick. I didn't have anything to do with it. I mean, that wasn't me. That was GM.
Yeah, I mean, they've put all the heat on drafting Shador in the 5th round on the GM, including the owner.
I mean, Shador in the 5th round is such a bargain. He was such an electric college player. I think it's a travesty that because of guys like Stephen A. Smith dogging him and dogging Deion, that his draft value went from 1st round to 5th round.
Stephen A. was never on the he was never on the dogging.
He not once dogged Shador Sanders.
No.
Not once said he was overrated.
Nope.
But didn't everyone that played for the Browns was on Shador's line? No starters played. I don't think even backups, second stringers were really playing that game.
He had threes.
Yeah, so
that wasn't me. The owner sitting up there. It wasn't me. Yo, it wasn't me. That's what he was saying. And I'm saying, really? That's what we doing now?
Well, what are you doing now? Now, is Indy and who's Indy's backup to
Daniel Jones?
Okay, is he good?
Daniel Dimes?
Yeah.
Danny Dimes?
Is he good? I mean, you would have to ask Giants
what I'm
fans.
saying is like, okay, Seth, could you see where if Shador continues to progress and Cleveland has to go with a Flacco or go with a Kenny Pickett because they got all this they've built the team,
This is their guy, Bubba, if he does well.
Sure, Sanders?
Yeah, they're not
absolutely. He's the best guy of all of them.
What I'm saying is they wouldn't, like the Giants, who at the end of the day, listen, Deion, when I had lunch with him, it's Deion's opinion that a scout from the Giants is what started this whole Colin Kaepernick collusion in the league as to Shador had a bad attitude, didn't interview well, didn't take it seriously, and it was a scout from the Giants that started all that, and the league completely, they all talked to each other.
You think one scout tanked him like that?
That's all it takes, Seth. That's all it takes.
Wow.
It's just like pledge night in a fraternity.
I mean,
it takes one person to blackball you and everyone follows.
And you've seen it.
I've watched it. I've watched it.
You've seen it at the combine.
I've seen it in person. I've watched the conversations. I've listened to the conversations. From the coaches to the doctors to the trainers to the owners. I've witnessed all of those conversations.
All 4 of those people can start. A doctor can say, man, that guy's got
somebody.
Listen, Dr. Joseph Diaco told the Buccaneers organization, Keith McCants has a bum knee. Do not draft him. Keith McCants has a bum knee. Do not draft him. They wouldn't listen. He had a bum knee. Never really rest in peace. He died. Mm-hmm. So it only takes, Seth, like one scout, one doctor, one GM, one owner, one head coach. You got 5 or 6 people in different job identities, whether you're the doctor, you're the GM, that says to 1 or 2 people, man, this kid came in and just interviewed like he just wasn't prepared. He's just going to be a problem.
But what about all the other teams that interviewed him? I mean, wouldn't they have their own? Wouldn't they have their own information on him too?
Again, they would, Seth, but not every single team got to interview him. And word on the street is, and all of a sudden, that's it, your reputation, and it just destroyed him.
It's like me. It's like me in Tampa Bay radio, Seth. I mean, we could make one hell of a difference. We would be the #1 rated show terrestrially in Tampa Bay, but Cox has, just like Cox, Beasley, iHeart. There's only 3 places to go, and they all hate me, and for different reasons. So maybe some of which are valid.
So I can understand, Stephen A. Smith kind of dogging him because I'm sure he feels kind of the same position, a second string guy on a Division III school in basketball. But we're not talking about the typical Division III backup quarterback. We're talking about a guy that was on national TV.
I mean,
every single game for the last 2 years. Everybody watched him
and threw for over 4,000 yards. What is he had 27 touchdowns and 7 picks or something last year?
Yeah.
I mean, like,
he's a good athlete. He's a hell of an athlete. He's gonna rise. He's got great genes.
So, is there a team right
American
now?
Eagle.
Is there a team right now that really needs a quarterback, or are all quarterback spots pretty much locked in?
Yeah,
and filled in?
there's definitely teams that need quarterbacks, but they're not going to be able to get one until next year's draft. I think everything is pretty settled right now. So there's nobody. Are you talking about Shador going somewhere?
I'm talking about Shador. They can't carry 4 quarterbacks. He's not. I think if they put him on the practice squad, somebody picks him up.
They said he's gonna get a ton of reps this week. He's gonna play against the Eagles. We'll see what kind of game he has.
They say he's gonna start against the Eagles.
I would imagine that he's gonna be one of the 3 quarterbacks that they carry this year.
That's your responsibility. Panthers remade their defensive front. First third down, they bring 4. Sanders, quick throw underneath.
Here's the other thing, Bubba, that you're not realizing. He's free. As a 5th round pick, he costs 0. Shiloh Sanders is selling more jerseys than any other rookie because
Shador.
I'm sorry, Shador.
They said, I think
he's selling rookie all over the place.
Let me do me a report.
No, Shiloh, the Buccaneer guy.
I understand. Settle down, brother. Because Shador has the number 1 selling jersey right now in the league.
Yeah, okay. He's currently leading the sales of jerseys.
Shiloh,
2025 NFL draft picks.
Shiloh is probably selling some as well as a Buccaneer, but it pales in comparison to his brother.
$250 million in rookie jersey sales.
So again, they're paying Shadora nothing, and they're getting millions of dollars in jersey sales. They're paying Shiloh nothing, and they're getting hundreds of thousands of dollars of jersey sales. I saw Sanders jerseys at the stadium. They're selling the heck out of them.
I think what's the report on Shiloh's jersey sales?
I'm looking for Shiloh.
I'm at Shador.
Shador's the leading sales for all 2025 NFL draft picks. He's so far $250 million.
250.
What a bargain!
Yeah.
Wait, 250 million jerseys?
No, $250 million.
Oh, okay.
That's a million jerseys.
No,
but like 250.
But I think Lummy, I think within the league now you get a cut of that.
Well,
and I think that you might be Google. I think I saw that he's already made like $7 or $8 million on jersey sales. I think that now they cut that off. They go ahead and give you your piece of the pie on that deal under the new collective bargaining agreement. So see if you can find that.
That would be justice.
And that is going to be just shy.
Here are kind of the highlights of Shador. Then we'll go into words.
$1 million off his jersey
Hold on.
sales.
So listen to this now. He's just to date. And we've played one preseason game that he played 2.5 quarters in, and he's made $14 million already in jersey sales.
God bless him, man. Thank God.
Yeah.
Thank God he got paid appropriately.
Panther territory. Yeah, really not. That strong nickel, and Smith-Wade can slide to safety at times. Pressure coming. Sanders.
I mean, that's a hell of a move. You got an outside linebacker coming.
Escaping, running, and slides.
I mean, he's got an NFL swagger about him.
First down. Steve deceptively fast.
He's not as fast as Prime, but he looked really fast on that.
Well, I mean, this is veteran type move.
Surprise some guys getting down, taking what the defense gives them. Look, this is what you want to see from your young
Quarterback only has to be faster than the linebackers. He doesn't have to be faster than the corner.
With him a lot tonight. They're spreading it out. That's very correct.
Yes.
Over the middle, that is complete. Shaw Smith.
I think the touchdown pass should be coming up.
No, I know, and he threaded the needle on that.
Territory. They're lining up in a trip set. 3 receivers to.
I just find this such a great story. Everybody gave up on him. Everybody, for whatever reason, used whatever reason why they didn't want to. He was going to be a problem. He was a show off. This.
It's
and
a
this.
great first step. The story's not written. The story's just it's the rough draft right now. But
this is the
had a great first page.
This is the foreword of the book.
Yes.
The left, one receiver to the right. Shador liked the matchup to the left, and we funneled quicker.
Shador Sanders to throw on first down.
And again, none of these are really, like anybody could pretty much hit these. Wait till he starts threading the needle here for the touchdown.
To Brendan Bates, listed.
An Aaron Rodgers, Patrick Mahomes type. You're rolling against the way you throw. He naturally throws right, so rolling right's easier to throw than when you're rolling left. You're kind of almost doing a cross-body throw. Play action, good sell. Sets his feet. This is what he sees so far, is this lane right here. You can only put it one place because you got this guy, then you got this guy being covered. So, I mean, that's a big-time throw. I don't care what you say. That's a big-time throw. Dan, look at that window that he puts that ball in.
It's perfect. I mean, it's equal distance from those two guys' hands.
6 inches?
It's less than a foot.
Davis, good catch and concentration through defense.
Now, Jameis Winston throws that pass. It gets picked off every time.
Oh, yeah. Because
pass.
Because he waited a half a second too long.
Quarter second too long.
Shador Sanders, there's so much talk about him, and he's never...
Bubba, I sent you the latest Nike ad, by the way, with Shador.
Okay, good. We'll get to that next.
If you love that segment, then check out BubbaArmyHQ.com and do a deep dive on past shows. The Bubba the Love Sponge Show will be right back.
It's weird how the Browns played their quarterbacks. They didn't play their other three quarterbacks that technically are higher than Shador at all.
Yeah, he's still listed as QB4.
Gabriel and Pickett are hurt.
Yeah, I know, but I mean, like, it's just weird that I thought Gabriel came back.
I think Gabriel's out a couple.
Who played this? Who played at the end of the game? This guy.
Tyler Huntley.
Who?
Tyler Huntley.
Huntley?
Yeah, he was the backup for Lamar Jackson last year. He's 6 for 8. He did pretty good. Oh, I thought Gabriel came back.
Ryan's Cowboy hat picks on this one.
What's up, Dirt Merchant?
What's up, Jake Joden?
You people on Rumble, give us a follow.
I was disappointed that Teddy Two Gloves didn't play for the Bucks.
What'd I do to you, Tony? What'd I do?
What's up, Paper Towel Willie? Thank you, dog. Sean G90 subscribe to Twitch. Thank you. Oh, was he Clevelander? Did they re-sign him? They brought him back for the 24th. That's right.
See, I wish he wouldn't be doing this. Because he's still got a lot to prove.
That's a celebration.
I know, but, like, if I'm Bubba, if I'm Dion, I'm calling him up saying, son, let's not do this.
I'm calling him son.
Let's keep the fucking watch gimmick out of it until...
Bubba, he's had it thrown back up in his face before. I mean, in college, he didn't win all the time. You remember the guys, all those other teams were harassing him, throwing it up.
Mm-hmm.
He's gonna stand on it. What'd I do to you, Tony? I wanna know what love is.
Well, he did it at the game, Bubba, I guess.
He did.
I sent you the clip. But it looked like the Panthers kind of liked it.
Oh, shit. Woo.
Probably not. It's a tough one. Paper Towel Willie, $50. Paper Towel Willie.
Okay, thanks. I'm going. Bye.
Bubba Army tip.
Man.
Hurricanes are coming.
Damn, 45 bombs for Cal Raleigh. Holy fuck, man.
What's that?
45 home runs for Seattle's catcher.
I know, it's crazy.
What do you think he'll finish with, Seth? I'm thinking like high 50s.
I mean, what he's got to be on pace for 60 plus, right?
Yeah.
He hasn't slowed down one bit.
Well, it's gotta be wear and tear for September.
Broadcasting live from the Aquabito Studios. Aquabito.com/Bubba. It's the Bubba the Love Sponge Show.
So, Seth, you know that deal that I was talking about? Let's not give it away, but let's talk vaguely here. And that is, you know, the deal that I got potentially for Dion.
Right.
That we talked about, the logistics of how to get there and who's picking up who. How cool would it be if, Shador got on the plane and went with us? How cool would that be?
I mean, I think it'd be super cool for you, and I think knowing the time of the year that it's going to be, he's probably going to be available.
Yeah, he might ride along. Should I have my number 12's Browns jersey ready for him to sign?
You should just be wearing it when he gets on the plane.
Oh, there you go.
Mm-hmm. And you should be wearing full uniform, helmet, shoulder pads.
I got my helmet right there. You can see.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
Although it won't fit.
What about if Shiloh comes on? Who are you going to mark out to first?
Shiloh.
Okay.
Shiloh's my boy.
There you go.
I talked to him, actually texted him last night.
Nice.
So Nike has already came out with an ad campaign with Shador. And this is from the game. I guess he gave the watch gimmick.
Yeah.
And so if he's been very humble. He's been, worked his ass off. He's not been cocky or arrogant or, for all the stuff that they used against him to make him slide to 144. So, and again, he had a good first game. I don't know if I'm coming out with that after, 3/4 of a preseason game. I don't know if I'm doing that yet.
Dude, he just made $7 million in jerseys. He's going to doing this. He's going to keep doing this, and he's going to keep succeeding. And we're all going to be in wonder at his amazing 15-year NFL career.
And do you think
it's just a matter of time?
And can you imagine? Because wasn't Brady 199?
Yep.
Wasn't he guy? Lummy, was he?
Yes.
Yeah, he was.
Six-round pick.
So, obviously Shador's 144.
And you think about guys like Manziel and all these other douchebags that were so, blown up coming out of college, and they freaking sucked.
What was that guy from the Raiders, Lummy? That
Jamarcus Russell?
No, Jamarcus Russell. Remember him?
Yeah, he was a
Jameis Winston, Marcus Mariota.
Hey,
they all
Jameis is still in
sucked.
the league.
Oh, Winston sucks, dude. He's the biggest cancer for a football team besides Deshaun Watson.
I know Seth likes his man on the streets ability for a potential network.
Jameis, yeah, but he's
entertaining.
But I mean, Dan's right. He's third string quarterback right now. I mean, that's
he's dancing at practice, man.
Yeah, he's a douche.
He's a mascot now, but I mean,
he's a mascot.
Yeah, he might as well be a big furry.
He's good for team morale.
Yeah,
So-
he's going to be the Phillies fanatic next year.
Continuing the Shador highlights. I mean, these are, again, he's playing against the ones. Yeah, he probably isn't playing against. This is probably Carolina twos.
It's a mix.
He's got Lummy says that he played with his threes most of the night.
Yeah.
And this is probably the Carolina twos. But watch this play. Watch the touch. Now, as much of a good pass as this is a hell of a catch. Like, this is both on both levels.
Get rewarded in film because what he just did.
Shador would take Cleveland. When's the last time Cleveland made the playoffs?
Didn't Baker take him one year?
Yes,
Yeah,
he
his
did.
first year.
Yeah.
Nice job by Shador extending the play, rolling out to his right.
They haven't done anything since then.
Look at this ball.
Great throw.
It's a great throw. And a great
Perfect.
catch.
His play, Lummy, is he relied on his running back to chip the guy. He didn't get freaked out with the blitzing linebacker. He knew the play was designed for the running back to step up and chip. A lot of guys would have gotten freaked out, got happy feet. Shador stood in the pocket, and the play. So watch.
Did he get drilled after he threw the ball in Colorado for the last 2 years?
Every play.
Every play, and he got up every time. He's a tough kid. Everyone's like, I don't know anything about football.
We'll see.
If he has the accuracy of a pocket quarterback, but has the slipperiness of a rushing quarterback and doesn't over-rush, he's going to have a hell of a career.
I mean, maybe we bring back out what made Shador so great was his 3-hour instructional time with the GOAT, Tom Brady, 5 years ago at Berkeley High School.
During the COVID
during the COVID deal, you know, maybe that's. I think that's timeless. You can bring that out. That's when he was still just graduated high school, hadn't taken one snap in college yet, and at that time had given an oral commitment to Willie Taggart and the Florida Atlantic Owls. Comes to Tampa during COVID. Tom Brady takes 3 hours out of his time and spends doing an instructional deal on how to set your hips, how to get your shoulders straight. That's probably some of the most exclusive video we ever got, right?
Yes.
So this is a confrontation that Shador had with this I don't know if this guy writes for the Cleveland newspaper or he's a television guy or, you know, he's a guy that's a sports journalist in Cleveland.
Tony Grossi, yeah, he's been there forever. I think he writes for ESPN. He might be on the radio now, but I feel like Cleveland fans have not been a fan of this guy for a long time.
And he's been very critical of Cleveland. He's always real critical of Cleveland, supposedly. Yeah. And he's been really critical of Shador, I guess, during training camp. And so they have a meet. They meet each other or see each other in the locker room.
Tony, I be hoping you got something positive to say about me.
Tony, I be hoping you have something positive to say about me.
You always say negative stuff about me.
You always say negative things about me.
And I'm like, I ain't do nothing to you. No. I ain't see nothing positive that you ever said.
Now, see, this is where Shador has learned. And this is the difference. He then embraces the guy, makes it a funny moment, and completely like, this is exactly what he needs to do. You know, he says his piece. You've not done anything positive about me. All I see is negative stuff. Maybe you'll do something positive now. There's that uncomfortableness. Tony's probably thinking, oh, crap. And then Shador makes it lighthearted and gives him a hug. I think that's what is going to really propel him in the public eye and help his cause. I think so. Watch there's that you're at that point right now. Is where is it going to go? Where does this go? And Shador takes the high road, and watch. I think he said I read your stuff every day, but I mean like, you know, like. Come on, Tony.
I just like what I do to you, Tony?
What I do to you, Tony?
What I do?
No, hold on. Ready? What I
do to you, Tony?
What I do to you, Tony? Like, but you know, it's not an adversarial.
No.
Could have been, but you know, I think Shador's learning how to be humble, how to, you know, navigate through, you know, the
negativity.
Yeah, and the people, everybody writing stuff. And by the way, this is his mother, Pilar, who I've met, and this is how she showed up at the game Friday night to watch her son Shador play.
And there's articles going around about her being an inappropriate mom for what she was.
Well, I'll just tell you this.
Oh man,
this says a lot. And this came from this is an actual quote from Dion. And I'm going to have to try to make sure I say it as
Is she wearing a belly chain?
Yes. So Dion said to me one time in confidence, but I guess I'll just say it. He goes, and I don't do a very good Dion impersonation. People make fun of me, but I'll do my best. He goes, Sponge, you know there's something wrong with a woman when they give all the kids to when a jury of white women give all the kids to me. he used a different term. I'm not going to mention the term. He goes, the jury full of white women gave me full custody of the kids. What's that say about the mother? I mean, it's true.
Well, I mean, you know,
you're in Dallas, you're in the deep South, and you know you got 3 kids. They went to trial on a custody deal, and Dion got full custody. What's that say?
That usually means the mom's not super attentive.
Exactly.
Just look at another South Tampa chick.
This is going to be bad if she starts dating one of his teammates.
Oh,
this is good.
So speaking of the Sanders brothers, we have Shiloh here in Tampa as a safety / emergency corner. Was he playing like a 2-high safety here?
Yeah.
So he was up on the line and he was going to, blitz. This was I think a safety blitz, right?
Yeah, he's coming in. It was good. He was reading it to see about the handoff first, then went after the quarterback on that one.
Oh, so he got the tackle on that one.
Yep.
Right?
If you watch him, he was reading the play action.
There's no sound on this, but that's okay.
He had really good stats.
We have like 5 tackles.
No, I don't think.
He had one total tackle, 1 quarterback hit, but 0 targets.
They didn't throw to him.
Yeah, they didn't throw at him.
Okay, so here's the highlight everybody keeps using. So he's on the line of scrimmage, and a lot of guys will miss this because the quarterback kind of jukes him. Here's Shiloh on a quarterback blitz, safety quarterback blitz. The guy has to hurry. I don't know if the guy completes the pass or not. I think he doesn't.
No, he does not.
And boom. I guess this kind of shows you a different angle of it. No, it's a different. I think it's a different play. So anyway, Shiloh had a good game.
He did,
and I think he's gonna. I think if he keeps playing that way, Lummy, I think he'll make the squad.
Yes.
Somebody asked what this is. Somebody asked him if he's going to save his first, NFL jersey for his father, and he says, "My father doesn't want this. I didn't do enough for my father to want it. I'd have to have like 3 picks in order for my dad to have it."
So did Dad say he's gonna? Did you tell him about the jersey? You gonna give it to him? What was his reaction?
He didn't want it.
Shiloh's got such an infectious laugh and demeanor about him.
The jersey?
He's truly very funny. He's very funny.
You gonna give it to him? What was his reaction?
He didn't want it.
Why?
Because he's a Hall of Famer. He expects like 30 times more. He didn't want that jersey. I'm gonna give it to my mom though.
No way.
Not even as a birthday gift.
Nah, he don't want it.
No.
It was Deion's birthday over the weekend, so they're like, you're not even gonna give your first jersey to your dad as a birthday gift, and he's like, nah, you don't want it.
I get like 3 picks or something for him to.
Oh my goodness, that is some tough love.
How'd it feel to get that hit?
Oh, it felt good. I'm just thankful. Thank you, God, for putting me in a position to even be on the field. You know what I'm saying? I left some big hits on the table. So next game will most likely be improvement on my angles, on my tracking, because you don't really get to work on it in NFL practice, or you're gonna get, kicked out of practice. So, just seeing the game today.
Now, Dan said there was Sanders jerseys all over. And is there a report on what he sold in jerseys?
I've been trying to find that.
First time seeing it in a long time.
Maybe there's a report on 2025 draftee jersey sales. Oh, but he wasn't drafted. Yeah, he wasn't drafted.
Mm-hmm. So he's still selling jerseys, and God bless him. I also have a new favorite football reporter.
I wonder if the Bucks, if that's a consideration on a guy that's right there on the fence. What type of merchandise? I'm sure it is.
Dude, merch is a huge number, and to hear that his brother sold millions and millions and millions of dollars worth of jerseys in a month is an incredible factor that I think a lot of people don't even think about when they're talking about a draft.
Can you imagine if the Browns played the Bucks?
Oh yeah.
And Shiloh had to be a safety against his brother, and he got a pick. How badass would that be?
And awesome. A sack.
Good thing.
Or a sack.
Or both.
Oh, that's even more physical. Like, had to sack him, right?
Mm-hmm.
It is what it is.
What'd you think about your brother's game yesterday?
I think he said the same thing as me. Did some good things. Messed up a few times. It is what it is. But, I don't know. I think we played similar games once he got a little comfortable.
Now, here is, Lummy. This is Shador. My realtor is the one that hooked him up for this place. This is downtown Tampa in one of those fancy high-rises. And this is after the game, and his mom might be the one taping. He actually gives his jersey to his mom because his dad doesn't want it.
Just played my first NFL game.
His brother's jersey.
What's that?
His dad's wearing his brother's jersey today.
Official. First game in the books. Shout out to my mom for coming. She went all the way to North Carolina for Shador's game, and then went to my game.
Oh, that's right. So that wasn't so bad. Yeah, she did Friday in North Carolina, then flew in Saturday for Shiloh's game.
So sweet. You have my jersey.
Yay!
This is for you.
Thank you, babe.
It's dirty.
Oh my gosh, your first NFL jersey. Thank you, babe.
Yep.
Ooh, it's nice and wet and dirty.
You don't want to wash it.
No, I'm not going to wash it.
Because it's genuine right now.
Yes, it is. Oh my gosh. Thank you, babe. Hugs. Oh.
What a badass crib, Lummy.
Yeah, that is pretty nice.
Now, here's his mom's Instagram. She's pretty hot. Like, she's pretty hot.
Where'd you get your looks from? Stunning face. I mean,
Thank you. I look just like
that's one of her daughters. That's the mom. That's Pilar.
my mommy.
She's going to be making some major headlines this year. If she already is getting articles written about her after a preseason game because she was wearing like a half shirt and a belly chain.
Oh yeah, she's gonna get a little rub from this, isn't she?
Oh, a big time.
Oh, yeah.
Big time.
She's gonna make millions.
Oh, look at that. I'm watching you. But they want to rest. Yeah, they want to just take a break and just stop walking.
And she's what, 45-ish?
Are we getting?
Yeah.
I can get so crazy.
I mean, she looks good. Okay, maybe not.
What? Check out this clip of Shiloh explaining how he misses his mom in Tampa.
Dang. All right, so anyway, enough of all that. Did you guys see this? CD Lamb's on the sidelines. I guess is he hurt, Lummy, or in a contract dispute, or
no? It's just the first game. He's not playing.
No, yeah,
so he's not playing.
Yeah.
So he's on the Cowboys sideline rooting for his boys out there. He's very high profile. He's not. Aaron Rodgers didn't play. The big guys don't play. And there's a play that comes on towards his sideline, and he's kind of running with the guy. He ends up getting. I think the referee runs over him, doesn't he?
Yes. Taken out.
So he's got his back to the play, which is not recommended. Jerry Jones is going to be full hot. Say, listen, you need to get off the sidelines, my friend.
He got in trouble.
Did he?
I don't know if he got fined, but the NFL sent out a memo. He was not in the right at all.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, if I'm Bubba Jones, I'm like, get that guy out of here.
Well, there's a couple things. Number one is you never put your back to the game.
No.
You never. That's what the first rule on the sidelines is. You never turn your back to the ball. Second rule is the refs have been such dicks about the sidelines since about 2005, 2006. They changed the rules because in the old days, everyone could be on that white. And now you have to be off that white. They'll make you do like a foot behind the white. And then also the players can't leave like between the 35 and the 35. I mean, it's a really small box, and they have confined everyone to it.
And they're
real stiff about it.
And they've painted like orange lines on the sidelines where they enforce it. If a guy's a foot over, like they're gonna.
So, CD should have known better. It was a mistake on his part.
When we return, Lummy, the first female umpire for the Major League Baseball called her first game. And did you guys see where they stopped the game on the first pitch and she called it a strike and it wasn't even a strike?
Yeah.
And they stopped the game and preserved the ball and the whole 9 yards.
It was a wrong call. Her first call was wrong.
Yeah. By the way, so we'll get to it next. But she called it a strike, and Lummy, it wasn't. It was like not even close.
No, it was
Did she break down the barrier for are there a lot of girls that want to be umpires out there? Is she trailblazing a path for them?
I think she's trailblazing.
Or is she's really
the first one, Seth? But she's the only one that's ever tried.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I don't know. There's a lot of.
That's what I'm saying. Like, is this going to be like? Is she the Jackie Robinson? Are there going to be all women all of a sudden umpiring, or is she the only one that really was into it?
I don't know, man. It's a really, really, really very long road to be a Major League Baseball umpire. You got to start literally like in Little League, and then you got to go to high school, and then you got to go to college. And then you got to go to the Major League Baseball. And all along, you're taking like these courses, like wintertime course, like these almost umpire colleges, continuing to get trained. I knew a guy from Warsaw, Indiana. His last name was Oberlin, and he ended up being a cop. But he made it to college. He made it to Division II. Like Lummy within college, and they got D3, D2, D1. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, they got a lot.
So, like, it is a long road to be a Major League Baseball umpire. Unless you're a girl, maybe they just fast track you. Because this bitch didn't know a strike from a ball to save her ass. I'll tell you that right now.
She was working for the Secret Service 2 months ago.
Yeah. Hello.
Hey, Bubba. It's Carlos. Hey, Lummy. Hey, Dr. Dan. Hey, Seth. How you guys doing?
Good.
Hey, I don't usually have much to contribute in sports, but I don't know. I sent Lummy an article. Have you guys seen this new trend? They're throwing dildos on the court.
Yeah, we've
WNBA games.
Yeah, sir. You're like 3 weeks behind, but yes, we've seen it.
Well, I was thinking kind of like when you had the Ducks, you could get a QR code for the documentary, sell these dildos to.
Thanks, I appreciate it. I really appreciate your Bubba Army, but your
QR codes on dildos to the documentary.
You're stupid. I'm not going to make Bubba Army dildos with QR codes and encourage them to be thrown on any playing surface at all.
We're praying for Pedro, though. He's going through a lot.
We are. Hello.
What?
Hey, good morning, Bubba. How are you?
I can smell Jay. He's already here.
He sure is.
No one even told you.
I can smell you.
It's nice, though, isn't it?
Must be the high karate.
It is the high karate. It is the high karate. What can I do for you? Last call before I go into words.
Quick thing on the baseball thing, Bubba. I do not think that female umpire was behind the plate calling balls and strikes.
Yes, she was.
I believe she was.
Yes, she was.
Really?
Yes, she was.
Yes, she was. I got video of it. I'm going to play it next. Okay, bud?
I apologize.
See you later. Jay, you still wiping up those tears, buddy?
I am.
So listen to this before I go into words. Merch Creek, we're up in Ocala, and Merch Creek is me and Rico get up there on we'll get up there on Friday. But I think this is on Jay. I think this is Saturday, isn't it?
No, it was Friday afternoon for a Saturday drop-off.
Yeah. So Merch Crick's following. Like me and Rico left the studio, Lummy, in my truck, and we got right up there. Merch Crick had to run by the apartment and pack some stuff, because I spent the night up there. So I gave her the Crown Vic to drive up there.
Nice,
I like to keep miles off of her, whatever. So she's driving, and Jay and Candle, followed by Trey, are headed north on 75 as well, headed to Tallahassee to drop off Trey for his, freshman year of Florida State. And I think Jay texted Merch Crick and said, "Are you in the Crown Vic? Because we're right behind you."
Candle did.
Yeah, and so, Candle did. And so you guys saw the big tank of that thing sticks out like a sore thumb.
The Bubba Army. What is that? A Ford LTD?
No, it's a Ford Crown Vic.
Crown
Cop
Vic.
Interceptor.
I recognize the car from probably 4 football fields behind it. I catch up to it and I'm like, I don't see Bubba's profile in there. I said, I bet that's Erica.
Yeah.
So I said, because I saw Bella. I could see the dog's ears in the passenger seat.
Yeah, Bella,
that's how I identified it. I said, Bubba's probably got Erica driving Bella up behind him.
Right.
So she texted, and immediately we found out it was her, and so we followed her for a couple
Do you know what
exits.
her comment actually was?
What's that?
Oh my God, you should see their son's BMW. She's like, oh my God, it's like I can only dream. Like it's such a badass car. That was her comment on how nice Trey's BMW is.
Strauss does things $20.
He's a fortunate kid, but he earned that one.
So, how emotional was the whole situation? Because I know that I would be crying like a bitch.
So the week before was very weird.
And Dan, you got this coming in a year, buddy.
So
yeah, I'm gonna have that really sad drive to downtown Tampa to take the University of Tampa.
If you want 24/7 on-demand Bubba and the crew, go to BubbaArmyHQ.com right now. The Bubba the Love Sponge show will be back after this.
Trey actually said, if we didn't live on Davis Island and in Tampa, that's a school that would have been on my short list.
See, Trey wants to have a little bit of distance between mom and dad.
For sure.
And Danny wants Sophia.
I think Sophia wants to be close. Mm-hmm.
Well,
USF, there's nothing wrong with that. Kendall went to USF and lived with her parents until she moved in with me. She never actually moved out. She's like, my move out was like? I was like, what? She's like, I never did.
7-year, $7 billion contract with Paramount.
With who?
Paramount. So they won't have any more pay-per-views.
What?
7 years, $7.7 billion.
So, okay, you got it right here, right?
Yeah.
Thank you, DK.
It just broke 16 minutes ago.
All right, so I got to do the catcher, and then I got to do the Alcatraz, and then I'm going to get into all these companies that are buying, the NFL, just ESPN. Let me get into that.
And wrestling.
And the wrestling.
I thought that was Pedro the pool guy.
Yeah, it was Carlos Pedro. I was like, what?
Yeah, I did. When you said that, I didn't know.
I thought maybe he said something in the chat, and you're just like,
no. I thought it was Pedro.
Oh.
I might not know it was Carlos at all.
Carlos Mandingo.
So, Bubba, was not as bad as I thought.
Oh, okay.
The lead up to it was tough, but it was so much fucking work. 7 floors up, and the elevator, the first run was 40 minutes, almost 45 minutes before I even got in the elevator. They told us we had 45 minutes total to park our cars, and I'm like, you know what? They can't tell me. So we just stayed there until we got it all up. But at some point we were huffing 7 flights of stairs.
No way. No.
Oh yeah. And we were just like, I looked at Trey and I said, you see the parents that are in this elevator shaft? The ones that are in shape.
Blues.
The other ones were sitting in line, waiting. It was brutal.
Maybe they should have a bigger period of moving in.
They should. We did the early move in, which at first I was mad about, ended up being glad. They had 205 kids moving in. Next weekend they have 450. And everyone at Florida State moves in next week. So it was a good thing for him to do it when he did it. It turned out to be fine. By the time it was time to go, I was like, Candle, we got to go at 4. And we were the first parents
I don't
gone.
have any energy to cry. Say it.
That's right. I didn't. I said to him before I left, I said, listen, I don't have any more tears in me. We've already, you're ready. He's so ready. So hard to be sad, you know what I mean?
When you're mad.
Exactly. When you're mad and tired.
When you're fucking full hot, it's hard to be sad.
What's up, Brandon Jones?
Whitney Houston would have been like
Dog,
62
dog,
yesterday.
How old?
62.
I believe I didn't have to watch her grow old. That's still young.
62?
Yeah. How about Celine Dion with her voice? She's my age. She's 54, I think.
Celine?
56. She took a sabbatical for a
I
while,
thought she
didn't
was
she?
much older.
I did too. My wife looked it up yesterday. She's only 56, I think.
Well, she's battling. She's got stiff person syndrome.
Right. So she just lost her vocal cords. It was brutal. Who?
That's what Dan
Dion.
has.
Lost her vocal cords. She lost her ability to use it. She got a condition.
Dan, you got the same thing that
attacks her vocal cords.
That Celine Dion has.
Well, her body. It's actually her body. You're saying Dan has the stiff person mind?
Dan has stiff person mind.
I think that's stiff person mentality.
Dan doesn't have stiff person physicality.
Right.
It's
Yeah.
stiff person mentality.
It's like the scleroderma type stuff that makes sure your organs harden and it starts with your vocal cords got hard. Starts with your torso and your upper extremities. Yeah, so it got her vocal cords. Apparently that's what happened to Milli Vanilli. Have you guys seen Up and Adams yet?
No.
What's up, Nick?
What is it?
Look, let me send him the host for Up and Adams.
Don't be giving him. Say, Lummy, could you please?
He knows exactly why I'm saying. I don't have to ask him. I don't have to say please on this one. He knows exactly what I'm talking about. Lummy knows.
Well, that didn't come from him.
I just saw it in his face. He knew exactly. He smiled when I said it. I'm like, send it to him. Like he's like, yeah, I will.
Lummy knows.
Lummy's on my page, Bubba. I wasn't being bossy. It was like he and I are on the same page
Lummy,
on this one.
what's the ruling on this, Lummy?
Bossy.
I know what he's talking about.
Oh, what a Dan!
I talked to him about it. I pre-talked to him about this. Up and Adams.
Broadcasting live from the Aquabeto studios.
Aquabeto.com/Bubba.
It's the Bubba the Love Sponge show.
Lum, do you feel as if Dan was barking out orders to you? Or do you feel as if Dan says you understood and everything's okay?
No, I understand. He's Dr. Dan, so I do what he says. I don't hate the wrath of,
But when your
Dr.
boss,
Dan.
but when your boss sticks up for you,
oh yes,
then
I
you got
appreciate it.
then you gotta back me on sticking up for
Of
you when I'm
course.
trying to back Dan the pit bull, who has not physical stiff person syndrome but mental stiff person syndrome.
Well, he was up in my box. We were talking about this yesterday or Saturday night.
Lummy, what did
I sent it to you. It's a show called Up and Adams with Kay Adams.
This better be
And he's in
super
love with this
It
chick.
better be super fantastic because Dan's blurting out orders for you to do it.
At least as good as Suits.
And for us to
oh, you like Kay Adams, Dan?
Yeah.
And for us to incorporate this into the program when I wasn't prepared to. So this is a complete curveball initiated by Dan and barked at you in order for you to find this content. What am I looking for?
The chick on the show, Kay
Am
Adams.
I clicking this?
Yeah, she was interviewing the Buccaneers. She was interviewing the Bengals, the Browns. I mean, she's been traveling to all the training camps,
All
interviewing
right, so
football
what
players.
am I hitting here? Let me.
You
What?
can click any video. Dr. Dan likes how she looks.
Counter programming.
So
that premieres in 2 hours, Bubba.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
Yeah, no problem. She's at Colts camp today. If anybody wanted to know.
She's been going to every camp. I mean, she was at the Bucs camp. You can see her interviewing all the Buccaneers.
Yeah, she works for NFL Network. She's
the owner,
This is
the
the worst
chief
one.
brand officer. Wanted to make sure to get that right,
That's the
Caitlin.
worst.
By the way, Dan. By the way, it's the first one available. So I hit it. You tell me I got to see this, and it doesn't really do.
The one I saw.
President, of course, of the Indianapolis Colts.
I mean, she looks horrible, but by the way, the hat looks stupid on her.
It does.
Foundation,
I agree,
Kaylin
100%.
Jackson. Thank you for having us.
do another
It's
one.
one of my favorite stops to welcome. And I'm so happy
Buccaneers.
to be here at a public practice.
did the Bucs last week.
Lummy.
There it is, right there.
Lummy.
Right there.
Yes.
Lummy.
Right there.
Remember one thing.
Yes.
He's a surgeon.
Yes.
And a narcissistic prick. And I am Bubba the Love Sponge. This is my program. You know what I like.
Yeah, you'll like her.
Okay, well.
See, he's
Up and Tampa Bay.
her.
I have to tell you guys something. I like the Buccaneers a lot. They've been to the
She looks
playoffs
like Kristen.
Who's Kristen?
4 straight years.
Your
Sister-in-law?
sister-in-law?
Oh, Krista.
You don't-
Krista?
Oh, Krista.
Okay.
He looks like she looks,
Okay.
she looks like a young Krista.
Except for
Years
she's
they
a
have
brunette.
5
Look, when Dan thinks somebody's attractive, I
titles.
think it's worth talking about.
No.
I do remember the Super Bowl from years ago where he called J-Lo a pig. So
Right.
I still like to hear who Dan's
their
into.
division yet. Nobody wants to give
It looks like she needs to eat a cheeseburger.
him the credit. Baker has had more touchdowns than any other quarterback in the past 2 seasons, but nobody wants to put him higher than top 50 on the NFL 100. I have things to say here today. I want to talk to Coach. I want them to not fly under the radar. It's time. It's time to shed some Jason light onto what this Buccaneer squad has been able to accomplish, and that's what I'm here to do, even if Coach
Well, I'll tell you, the first thing she needs is she needs to visit you to get some jugs.
hates me for it.
Oh, jeez.
So you're not infatuated like Dr. Dan is?
No, not at all.
No.
I don't want to go out with a kid.
Is there something that
She's
sort of
30.
strings
She's
together?
39.
Okay, I'm talking about physically how big she is. What is she, 4'8"?
No, she's not that small.
How do you know? Have you already
She's five. She's
Have you seen her?
He's already done a
She's
cyber
5'5".
stalking on her
Kevin
on
Durant's hitting
Instagram.
it.
And
Quality,
Kevin Durant's hitting a lot,
probably
Dan.
has
You
her
couldn't even hit the
stats somewhere.
sides.
but he maybe that all of these rookies have.
You don't have a Pringles can, Dan.
From Ibuka, Johnson on offense, of course, defensive pieces as well.
Their ability to learn and
She is
process
Christus
have been outstanding.
If you're just talking about human
Between
beings,
Emeka,
she looks like a gelfling.
She's 5'5", Jay. She's taller than Candle.
I'm
My
out.
wife is 5'5".
I'm out.
Wow.
Thanks, Dan.
She's a big name though, and I think Dan's when she's not on the road and she's in studio doing her show every day. I think that's probably when she's at her best.
I never even heard of her till a week ago when she was interviewing the Bucks, and I was like, "Who's this person?" And apparently, she's got like a long career in the NFL Network of 8 years.
I thought I saw. I thought we had.
It was in there. Did they take the video down?
I think they may have.
Okay.
This is the first woman.
It's embarrassing
to be the behind the home plate umpire, lead umpire of a Major League Baseball regular season game. Her name is how do you say it? Jen Powell?
Yeah, she's much prettier than Kay Adams.
This is a topical story that I prepared for, Dan. That I prepared for to talk about, not a last minute curveball on some bitch that you're infatuated with. That I've not prepared for, and quite frankly wasn't very impressed with. Sorry.
I sent you the her first called strike.
Yeah, here we go. Again, a story that we've prepared for, not a Dan curveball, and then Dan doubles down on being right. I think she's too small.
Dan wanted me to cut that clip up and send it to her, so.
I didn't say that.
Go get a sound check on that, Bubba.
Dan's full blown.
Dan does that every day now.
Dan's
hey, I'm going to show you
full-blown.
somebody's Instagram.
Dan's full-blown predator mode right now. He really needs to back it down a notch. It's really getting to be a problem.
Thank God Kay Adams got out of town when she did.
Yeah, quickly.
Won't even have the umpire face
All right,
mask.
so this is the first female umpire in Major League Baseball history, and it's her first time behind the home plate. I'm sure, she's probably done some third base, some second base, some first base. I don't think that they threw her in as her first game behind home
her
plate.
first game technically was the day before she did first base.
Okay.
And this is her first game doing behind the plate.
All right, so this is historic in the fact that this is the first female umpire behind the plate, and they then do a ceremonial save the first. They take the ball and throw it to the home team to preserve, because this is the first ball thrown by a major league pitcher and determined whether it was a ball or strike by the first female umpire. And she gets it wrong.
And they sent her cup and jockstrap to the Hall of Fame.
Her sports bra and
oh yeah,
here we go.
In the
So you can now see, Fox or whoever's whoever's broadcasting the game now, let me think. They put the strike zone right there for you to see it.
Mm-hmm.
So more history
Is
today.
she even leaning forward during the pitch?
She does eventually.
Joey Wentz is ready. We hope you're ready.
Now, now, hold on. If you want to go, so the edge of the plate is identical. This box is 100% the plate.
That's where AI
the width
could be
is
used.
the width.
You
The
don't
width
need-
is the width.
And this ball is clearly not a strike. Not a strike.
Isn't she just blending in with all the other umpires, though?
I don't know, because watch.
And here we go.
Okay, she calls strikes probably as well as she can drive.
So
Joey
watch.
Wentz likes that first call from Jim Powell.
He'll take it, and I wonder if they're going to take the base.
Oh, so let me. They did ceremonially take the baseball and preserve it. And,
Won't even have
but
the
I mean,
umpire
like,
face mask up there ready to go in the stands. So more history today. Joey Wentz is ready. We hope you're ready. And here we go.
Just a bit inside.
How does she call that? And then they let it go?
Yeah.
Yeah, that stuff happens all
That's
the
where
time.
a sport where umpires are really no longer necessary.
That's
What
why
they
they're trying to
should
get
have
robots in
they
there.
should have AI doing that. You know, everyone's afraid of AI taking over the world. How about just
I think
call
the way
balls
they're
and
going to do
strikes?
it is, and the way they've been doing it in the minor leagues, is the human umpire calls it, and then if it's wrong, they have an IFB speaker thing in their ear, and then like the booth or something says, no, that was a ball. And then they change. Isn't that what they're doing in minor league baseball right now, where the human calls it, and if it's a ball or if they call it correctly, then the game goes on. But if they call it incorrectly, the umpire makes the change. And
no, the batter can tap their helmet to get a review if they disagree with it.
Oh,
And that batter refused to tap?
boy, that's what he should have did.
Tapped out on that one. Showed that her first call was
I don't
wrong.
know that they have the tap out rule.
They don't in majors now. They're trying it out. See how it works.
So they don't have the tap your helmet in majors. That's only minors. Because what a way to screw up her very first pitch in baseball, that she calls a strike that's supposed to be a ball, and the guy taps the helmet. If they had the tap the helmet rule in here, Lummy, and she ended up being wrong and overruled on her very first. Like, that would really show you her skill set and how they fast tracked her, and that she's maybe not ready.
You think she was just so geared up to just call a strike that it didn't matter where the ball was going?
I don't know, man. I mean, it was that wasn't even close.
They didn't even set her up with he's going to throw a strike. Or do you think they did?
No, I just think that she's over her head. She didn't know what she's doing.
Breaking news now here on ABC News Live. A federal judge has ordered a temporary halt to construction of that immigration detention center in Florida known as Alligator Alcatraz. U.S. District Judge Kathleen Williams has issued a preliminary injunction to consider arguments being made by environmental groups and a Native American tribe that the facility violates environmental laws. According to this ruling, that detention center in the middle of the Florida Everglades.
Who's the federal judge? It had to be some Democratic appointed.
Mm-hmm.
Can continue.
See, that's what people don't realize, is that federal judges, they run this country.
They have a lot of power.
They run this country. And it's all about, and they all toe the political line. Like, and who they're...
It's supposed to be apolitical, too, and they're so political these days.
They're the most political of all.
I know, it's ugly.
And the only way the president. So if this is a Democratic judge, now you can appeal it. Hopefully your appellate judge is on your party. But then if you lose there, you always can go to the Supreme, and you'll end up there. It's do you win in round 1, 2, or 3, and it all takes time.
Kathleen Williams is the judge. She was appointed by Barack Obama.
There you go. Say it one more time, please.
Kathleen Williams, appointed by Barack Obama, Duke graduate.
But Bubba, the problem is that the Supreme Court can decide not to take up a case.
Sure, right.
So sometimes you don't get guaranteed all the way up to the Supreme Court if you're not happy with your decisions.
Detention center in the middle of the Florida Everglades can continue to operate and hold detainees for U.S. Customs and Immigration Enforcement, but any further construction there must stop for the next 14 days.
So they're saying that what they got now is okay.
Mm-hmm.
but where you can't expand further until what? Until there's a study done, until there's
already an airport there. Before this even happened, there was an airport there.
Well, I know that, but not,
so
they
putting a
weren't-
couple
they
extra
weren't-
tents is really going to destroy the environment.
Well, Dan, I mean, yeah.
Danny's asking about what the ruling is.
God damn, Dan, you are really.
Well, I'm asking a
Did
question.
you
You're
really?
not.
I mean, did you
You're making
really?
a statement.
Did you really have that bad of a weekend that you roll in here like the biggest prick you've ever been in the longest time?
I'm not being a prick.
Yes, you. I'm sorry. I didn't know that I hadn't had any feelings in this game. Yes, you are. Like, yes, you are. Everything's. You're being a prick.
I was nothing but love for the Sanders guys. I wasn't being a prick.
Okay, one segment.
Okay, that was like an hour.
It was after you talked crap about his girl, Kay Adams, or whatever her name is.
Yeah.
Oh, that's dumb. That really upset me. It's not my girl. that really threw me off, Bubba, because you didn't like a little person I've seen for
Well, I don't
a
know
week.
what threw you off.
Nothing
But
threw
I
me
mean,
off.
this isn't an argumentative statement here. I didn't make the ruling that you can't build any more stuff here at this facility. Yes, indeed, it was an airport. Now, an airport, Dan, is not the same as housing a few thousand immigrants. This is not anything that
But when the Native Americans, like, when they speak, when they have an issue, like, you got to listen, right?
Yes.
Well, I think you
In
do.
Florida.
I think you do. So, I mean, moving forward, what has to change? Obviously, the state of Florida wants to build more here.
Right.
And there's a federal judge that's saying you can't build anymore. I'm going to put a 14-day stay on any future construction. What? The environmental situation's not going to change. Like, this isn't like they're not going to bring in palm trees and sand all of a sudden. Like this, you got what you got here.
Well, they want that make sure that the impact studies are done correctly.
What do you mean? Impact studies of what?
The Everglades.
Yeah, the impact.
Because the Florida panther, the different species that live there.
They want to see how they're impacted by what they have already with Alligator Alcatraz.
Yeah, and then what would happen with the new construction.
But what I'm saying is, like, you're in the Everglades where, like, this is the only hard land in the Everglades. Most of it's swamp. So, like, they're trying to say that we're going to displace a certain amount of Black Panthers or, whatever in this particular, there's, I don't know, a family of Black Panthers that live on this solid airport ground, and by making more housing facilities for these immigrants that we're shipping out, that could potentially cause a wildlife ecosystem shift or something like that?
The suit claims the project threatens environmentally sensitive wetlands that are home to protected plants and animals that would reverse billions of dollars worth of environmental restoration. And so it's exactly like Lummy said, 14 days, they want to do an environmental impact study and an analysis. And this is just an Obama appointee who's slowing down something that ultimately is going to happen, I believe.
They need to study the runoff to the natural water system.
Now, I was under the assumption that all their sewage, all their water is all self-contained.
It is. They're talking about the runoff from the rain.
Right, but the it's going to rain there regardless, because the rain hits the tents and and the water falls off the tents. And
the oil from the vehicles, or all that kind of stuff. There's more traffic there now.
Does every vehicle have a dripping oil pan? I mean, I'm just saying.
Well, I'm sure I'm sure they're not going to find that this is good for the environment. I'm sure they're going to come back with some numbers that say there's some contamination at some point.
Yeah, and these 5 acres are going to destroy the whole 500,000 acres of the Everglades.
It's 20 acres.
How much?
20.
Okay, and how big is the Everglades? Like 500,000 acres?
It's pretty big.
So again, less than 1% of the Everglades on an area that's already been built as an airport is going to really ruin a lot of those Burmese pythons that have been illegally released into the Everglades.
Hello, who's this?
Hey, it's Thomas.
Hey, Thomas.
Hey, Bubba. Hey, listen, I don't want to bother you because you're your show, but I need to talk to someone in accounting so I can reactivate my account.
I've been going through a lot of hard stuff, and I canceled it. And I've been with you guys for 15 years, and I need to talk to your accounting department so I can reactivate.
Transfer him to Lummy.
All you do is you re-sign up and put your credit card information in there, and it'll sign you back up, and you'll be up and running again. We don't have an accounting department that turns back your account back on.
Let me ask you a question. I paid. I'm a what is it? A lieutenant? Where I paid for the whole year. So when I canceled it, it should work up till March of 2026.
Well, why did you?
Why
did you?
He was
cancel?
going through some stuff. He said.
Or if you paid for the whole
I
subscription.
canceled it because, Bubba, I'm going through a lot of hard times. But man, I can't miss your show. I missed everything.
Well, hold on. If you paid for the whole year, you get the whole year.
Yeah, like you
canceled it after you paid for it.
Let me ask you a question. When I sign in through Thomas NC and I use my password, it automatically goes to trying to re-sign up again. I don't want to pay the whole $109 because I paid it up until March.
I mean, but you still should have access to everything because your membership's good till March. You wouldn't be getting re-up until next March. Your information should work.
But it's not. It wants me to re-sign up again like a new user. And I don't want to pay another $109 where I still have March of 2026. That's the problem I'm having.
By the way, we're talking about BubbaArmyHQ.com. I think there's a support.
Yes.
There's a support email that goes to a woman named Paula. And if you email that, she's really good, usually same day, to get back to you. So go to the support portion of BubbaArmyHQ.com. Email your situation, your screen name, and what have you, and Paula will get this figured out for you.
Okay, one more question, Bubba. When I go to the App Store, because I'm stupid, I deleted all my apps, and the Bubba Army, I don't even have any Bubba Army anymore.
This is the guy that
I
sent
noticed
6
when I go
emails.
into the App Store, your app is not showing up. That's because you're updating it, right?
Yes, it's because we're in the process of trying to get a brand new app. We're trying to get it up by the time the documentary hits, which is about 30 days from now. So be looking for our new app then. And so right now there currently is not an app that works. So you just have to go to Bubba. Go ahead.
You're on your show right now. Can you just transfer me over to Lummy real quick so I can talk to him? I don't want to,
Yes.
be in the middle of your show.
Yes. I'm going to give you the Lummy right now, buddy, and we're all going to take a break while Lummy deals with it. Thank you, Lummy.
Want to listen to the show on demand and on the go? Enlist today at BubbaArmyHQ.com. Sign up and start listening. The Bubba the Love Sponge Show will be back after this.
I'm not mad at all. Have a great day. See you guys.
See ya. Hey, Adams for life.
Drop the mic.
He's mad.
Well,
He's very aggressive today.
Let me job him out on the K Adams.
Well, Dan, he
Lummy found
gives
that.
Lummy an order to do something.
Yes.
Which I got a problem with.
That's funny.
And then what he thought was so funny was the chits.
Well,
I thought she was hot.
Do you know how?
He thinks she's hot.
Well, he's extra thirsty right now.
You should, yeah.
Using the show to fucking
Dan's weekly infatuation. You should have a little segment.
His thirstiness is coming through on the radio.
Dan's thirsty infatuations.
Subscriptions at BubbaArmyHQ.com.
I think he had the kids this weekend. I think he was chilling.
That's why he's so upset.
He loves it. It was the last weekend before kids go to school. He loves hanging with the kids.
Yeah, that would work.
Man, I can't wait till we have an accounting department one day.
Me too.
Hey, Bubba, you know I was helping your girl behind the scenes, right?
Just let him know that what you're expecting.
You need to probably tell me.
I'll text you.
Text me.
Yeah.
Say that.
Oh, no. I know what you're talking about.
He has to cancel the account.
No.
He still wanted to be able to access the show.
I think she needs to chill out a little bit.
Well, it's. I think there's a chance, though.
Well, that's what, I understand. That's what I'm saying. You gotta let them know that when you send your message. Yeah, I saw the 831, 832, 835, 836.
I bet you there's something on there that says when you terminate your membership, you lose the rest of the year.
I hope Dan's not too mad at me. Make sure he's not, Jay.
Oh, I will. What's up, Erwin Fletcher? Good morning.
Thank you.
Send him straight at the legal firm.
What's up, Kabuki Jones? Dark Match Steve. Jonesy. Dude Bro Saf 420. How's everybody doing? What's up, Xerxes? Nick, how you doing, buddy? Ziggy 3D, good morning. Jay Kostika, the fat pig. No, I would not. Alan Bolin, what up? Jay Bowler, Dark Match. I'm just going to call you PC 420, what's up? Dan Egan, 6313, good morning. Carlos Mandingo. Rainy Oklahoma Realtor, morning. Me too.
Yeah, I'm still sleeping.
If I could go anywhere in the world, where would I go? Somewhere where there were no other surfers. What's up, Jeff? Is it Jeff Coy Kendall?
What's up,
good morning. Tommy? Vincent Calvino. How's everybody doing? Ned's Rusty Tank, good morning. Grouper Lips. Lil Wilbur's Afterbirth, how you doing? USA 1871. Yeah, Monterey. Isn't the Monterey Car Week right now, Ziggy? Barry Hyde, good morning. Pippi Short Stroker. Timmy 0630, good morning. Dirt Merchant. You got your surfboard, it's really light. What kind of board did you get, Trash Guy?
I can't wait to get balls deep in that carpool line today.
Oh, yeah. I'm so glad my wife does that. She's excited for it, actually. Jeff Rarison, what's up, buddy?
Broadcasting live from the Aquabito studios, aquabito.com/Bubba. It's the Bubba the Love Sponge show.
Hopefully Dr. Dan is listening in some way, shape, or form on his way back to the office or whatever, and he's not mad at me for being a little hard on him today. It's tough to direct and manage Dan. Dan's unmanageable. And so, I am in no way, shape, or form in a position to manage Dan outside of these four walls. But, I do know what I like and I do know what I want. And, Dan and I, sometimes the lines are blurred as to, his appearance on this show. Dan is used to blurting out what he wants, and he gets what he wants. There's really no checks and balances in Dan's life. Well, there's some, but he chooses to listen or not listen. Ask his two lovely brothers about that. And I didn't think his segment was strong enough to as you know, I have segments set up.
Yes.
Like I want to get into the Paramount and all these television deals that are being cut with the NFL.
I think ESPN bought everything.
ESPN, Paramount, like Disney, ESPN is literally buying everything. That's a segment I want to get into. I want to get into a couple other things. I wasn't prepared for Dan's thirsty female sports reporter segment. So he blurts out to Lummy to pull it up. Lummy, of course, pulls it up. Lummy, you know what your question, you know what your answer should be next time?
Yes, sir.
Ask Bubba if that's a segment he wants to do.
Okay.
Rather than just doing it. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I mean,
but Dan, again, there's, Dan's Dan. So I can't let Dan take over this show too. he like, Jay, do you ever have to, and I'm not trying to cause a rift between me or Dan or me or you and Dan or anybody, but does Dan, like when he rolls up to the legal shop, does he ever blurt out some stuff that you got to say, Dan, that kind of goes through me a little bit.
Dan and I rarely argue in the professional setting ever. We really don't. He respects my outlook on the law and the experience I have, and so there's very little tension. I mean, it may seem to the outside world, people sitting around us, that there's tense moments, but that's just Danny and I communicating like black and white.
Michael Rougeau, Lummy, 50 on the PayPal. First one of the day, PayPal, Venmo, Cash App.
It's an Apple Mike.
At the Bubba Army. And so I'm not mad at Dan, and I hope he doesn't think I am, and I hope he's not mad at me. He just can't blurt out a segment that I've not prepared for because he's horny right now.
Are you not slightly like when he had Lummy look that up and then?
Well, first of all, he barked it at Lummy too.
No, I know.
Lummy, look to Lummy. Lummy,
pull up. What I'm thinking.
Here, pull up. Blah blah blah. Anyway, go ahead, Seth.
Were you not intrigued instantly with the fact that Dan got excited about something and wanted Lummy to look it up? I got excited about, and then the fact that it was Kay Adams and I'm familiar with her and her show. I don't know. It's good to know kind of what Dan's into. It's interesting to me.
Well, so there's meat on them bones.
Well, Dan's going through a divorce and he's interested in hot chicks.
I was surprised on the look for Dr. Dan and Kay Adams. Like you said,
Lummy, next time when anybody blurts out anything to you,
yes,
you have to be mindful of me in the fact that what I have scheduled and what I have prepared, and everything I have scheduled and prepared, yes. And that particular segment's not one that I'm prepared or I've even put my eyes on it. I just started. In fact, I clicked on the first thing that you sent me, and Seth had to correct me, saying, "Hey, Gramps, that doesn't even get released for 2 more hours." So then I go to another one, and Dan's like, "Well, that's not the one. Go to the Buccaneer one." I'm like, "See, so now we're not even prepared as to which one we're going to." So before somebody blurts out a direct order to you, Lummy.
Yes, sir.
And then Dan tries to cover it. Lummy and I know. Lummy knows that I don't mean when I... Dan, a blurt out is a blurt out. When you give my employees a direct order, and Lummy, if you can give me your best recollection, how did it go?
Hey, Lummy, look up Kay Adams. The Up and Adams show. And I'm like, yes, sir.
Yeah, exactly. I think it should have been Dan, in my opinion. Hey, Bubba, are you familiar with Kate? Now we're in the middle of a hot mic deal, so we got a 5-minute and 20-second, we're downtime, and it should have gone something like, "Hey, Bubba, are you familiar with Kate Adams?" "No, I know who she is. She's a hot chick that covers sports for the NFL Network." "Oh, okay. Can I have Lummy pull it up?" "Sure. Let's take a look at it." That's probably the way it should go. Not just blurting out stuff.
Well, you know what, Horny?
Listen, I have some. I have some legal stuff with Jay, and I just don't call Melody and say, "Melody, I need this." I go through Jay. I mean, that's a pretty good analogy, actually, isn't it, Jay?
Pretty good.
I mean, I don't call Melanie up unless I'm returning a phone call from her because she needs X, Y, or Z. But I just don't arbitrarily tell Melanie, "Hey, Melanie, I need you to file a 77 on this, and this, and this."
No.
I felt like Dr. Dan's scrub nurse because I'm sure that's what he's used to doing.
Is that your fantasy?
Yes.
To be a scrub nurse?
Yes.
Oh, I wouldn't want to work for Dan ever.
That's a hard role right there.
He's hardest on her.
Because, I mean, this is what I used to say about my father. They demand the same from everyone else that they give of themselves, which is 100%. And so remember when he's had those little conflicts with, I don't remember, a temporary anesthesiologist or somebody, and Dan don't play that. So I get that. So, Lummy likes to be, dominated, as we know.
Thank you, Jay.
Well, Lummy, so just moving forward, Dan seemed to be running a little hot today. And when he blurts out, pull this up, pull that up, realize, if it's for Dan's personal consumption, then that's okay. But if we're going to make it a segment on the show, it's probably something that I need to know about.
Yes.
Prior to Dan's just spontaneously getting an erection over an NFL reporter, and he wants to,
Can we do What's Up with Dr. Dan every week, and then he just tells us what hot chicks are on his radar, and we can look them up?
You're really creating a monster.
I like Dan content.
I really feel as if I'm the eldest Diaco here, because I am older than Dan, I think, by a month or two. And I think I do missionary work for Steve and Jay by proxy. And so Dan, I'm not mad at you. I hope you're not mad at me. It's just that before you're blurting out, orders to Lummy, who's afraid of you, by the way, and probably won't tell you no. And so, Dan, you know that. You know the swag and that you bring. You know how big of a stick that you have. And so you can blurt out that to Lummy, but certainly don't do it in front of me, because I'm going to step in and say, Lummy.
Yes, sir.
We have protocol around here.
That's right. Dr. Dan asked Bubba.
Well, I don't know if it's Dr. Dan asked Bubba.
I was going to cut this segment up and send it to Dr. Dan to listen to tonight.
Oh, he's not listening to it right now?
I don't know if he is or not, but he will when I email it to him.
Because that's how you can't confront him. You just want the air check to do the talking for you? Okay,
exactly.
Perfect. Hello.
Hello, Bubba.
Yeah.
Hey, I called the show on Friday, and I wanted to speak to you and tell you that I think that you're doing an awesome job, and also your whole crew. On the subject matter, involving Hulk Hogan, when that whole timeline and everything that you were putting together, even though that you were getting all that, negative publicity, and everybody was telling you that you were wrong, man, I just want to give you a thumbs up and say, hey, you did an awesome job, and you didn't give up, and you made sure that the truth got out to the public. And that's what it's all about.
Well, I appreciate you following along and listening to the show and being Bubba Army. I appreciate that, my friend.
Yes, sir. No problem.
You have a good one. Thank you.
That was Lloyd Bishop. He called in customer service on Friday and bought a Bubba Army hat.
Oh, he did?
I helped him buy a Bubba Army hat.
You did?
Yes.
Did you walk him through the website?
Sure did.
God, Lummy.
You're
an unsung hero. Not only will you look up, obscure women that Dan has a crush on and try to get the show to cover it, but you also walk a guy through a Bubba Army hat purchase. Yeah. You are quite a man.
Can we do a new podcast called Customer Service with Lummy?
Yeah, exactly.
And anybody that has a question about anything just calls him?
Exactly. Even if you're lost in Tampa, just call. If you're lost in Tampa, just call Lummy. He probably will be able to get you through.
He'll talk you through anything.
Yeah. Sir, you need to be in Wesley Chapel, and right now you're in Lutz. Let me tell you how to get over there, okay, buddy? Take State Road 54 up 4 miles and make a right on 56. Hello, customer service with Lummy. Including credit card denials and or cancellations.
Oh, boy.
Hello, who's this?
Bubba.
Yes, sir.
Hey, I was just curious. Have you guys see that 70-yard kick from the Jacksonville kicker?
I did. I saw it. I haven't talked about it yet. I'll find it for me right now.
Okay, copy that.
All right. Copy that. Paramount is now the new home of UFC. There were 3 big television deals done. One with WWE involving ESPN. One involving the NFL Network involving ESPN. And now Paramount, which I think, Seth, is owned by ESPN.
I think CBS.
CBS Disney. It's not Disney, CBS, or
Disney, ABC.
Okay. Oh yeah. I think they did ESPN used to be part of Disney?
It is.
Okay, Disney. Okay.
Yeah.
It's that Paramount.
That's why Shannon Sharp's big ass isn't there anymore.
Right. So Paramount is part of CBS.
Yes.
Correct?
Yes.
Paramount. So now it seems like now Paramount is the new home of UFC in the United States of America. Starting in 2026, they have acquired the rights for $7.7 billion for 7 years. The best news for fans, the pay-per-view model is dead. All events are part of a regular subscription, including numbered shows. First reported by outlets including CNBC. So are they saying now that like UFC 355, USC 350, all of that will now be available with your standard Paramount subscription?
Yes.
Yeah.
So wow.
Which is how the WWE used to be. I mean, first they had the WWE Network, and then they went to Peacock, and then pretty much you would just go to Peacock anytime there was a wrestling event on. And now, to be honest with you, I don't know what deal they cut with ESPN.
ESPN has that deal where you got to sign up for ESPN Prime or whatever they're going to call it.
So now they
$29.99
first of all, legacy TV is done.
Dead.
I mean, except for, like if you want to watch WNBA, you want to watch maybe, Fox obviously has a football lineup on Sundays. I think all the big networks have a lot, still carry NFL and stuff like that. But like they're constantly now sending sports content to streaming or, these legacy media streaming establishments that they've, Paramount is CBS's streaming wing at the end of the day, correct? That's what Paramount is. That's CBS stream, basically.
Yes.
And so they're just pushing. It's all about streaming, and it's all about a la carte subscription payments. Meaning, like if you want to watch it, it's no longer free. Now you don't gotta buy the $49.95, pay-per-view either. But you do have to have what's Paramount. If you were to order the Paramount package so that you can watch all of UFC to your heart's content, what is that? $14.99, $13.99, $9.99?
Let me look it up because it just came out with it. I'll let you know. I know the ESPN one's $29.99.
Is that for Red Zone or is that for WWE?
That's for WWE and all the things that ESPN's going to throw underneath it.
Paramount Plus is $7.99 a month.
So $7.99 a month.
Premium $12.99 a month.
So the premium.
I think you're gonna have the premium $12.99 a month for the UFC.
All right.
That's not so
let me
bad.
if you so let's say that you wanted to watch. I'm a big UFC fan, so I need $12.99 for my UFC gimmick, right?
Yes.
All right. Now, if I'm also a big WWE fan, which most likely, and see they try to get content that like the fan likes unilaterally. So like if I like UFC, there's a chance that I'm also an NFL guy and I'm also a WWE guy. Just like Seth, he represents them all. So,
oh, yeah.
So ESPN inks 5-year deal with WWE's live premium events, including WrestleMania and Royal Rumble.
I think this is going to be the biggest FU to the fans as far as how much more they have to pay now.
Now, see, Seth, can you see where if you continue to nickel and dime these fans that the product will suffer with regards to the amount of eyeballs on them?
Bubba, it'd be easy to sit here and say I'm not going to pay $20, $30 a month when I'm paying $7 or $8 a month right now, but when it comes down to it and WrestleMania is about to come on and you have FOMO, you're going to probably pay the money.
Just to clarify real quick on ESPN, if you sub to ESPN on your cable or YouTube TV, you don't have to pay the $30 a month. If you don't have it on then you have to pay $30 a month.
It gets confusing.
Yes.
It really does. ESPN's new direct-to-consumer service will include all of WWE's live premium events, including beginning in 2026, ESPN will also simulcast select events on its linear networks. ESPN is paying TKO's WWE an average of $325 million per year for 5 years. So what is that, a $1.5 billion deal?
Jeez.
According to the people familiar with the matter.
UFC got a lot more for their deal, didn't they?
Yeah, $1.1 billion per year
Well,
for 7 years.
That's because UFC's giving them everything.
Yeah, WWE still has a certain amount of real estate that goes to Netflix
because they're
only.
having Raw on Netflix and everything.
And Peacock, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so like this is like almost WWE's trying to do what the NFL is, and that's spread it across multi, platforms, various things. So like it's my understanding, Seth, that Netflix has the exclusive to Raw and SmackDown, right?
I think is SmackDown on USA Network.
Yeah, it's USA Network.
Yeah.
All right, so ESPN inks a 5-year deal with WWE, and then finally ESPN. Now, don't they already have big skin in the NFL game already? And is this something even up and beyond?
Yes, the NFL Network.
So they're buying 10% of the NFL Network.
Yep.
For I don't know did it say how much?
No, I think the NFL has stake in ESPN now.
Oh my God!
It says, hold on, the deal which gives the NFL a 10% equity stake in ESPN.
Let me see. Does this story get into it, Lummy?
I'm on me the never.
All right.
Pre-roll, Willie. Hey, Jay, can you maybe make sure Dan's not mad at me? I just don't like him barking orders to Lummy. Lummy's never going to tell him no.
People are now fearful that nothing negative is ever going to be said about the NFL on ESPN now.
Right.
Oh. So they got, they got 10% ownership deal.
Yeah, yeah.
They can kind of control the narrative, can they not? A little bit?
They're going to definitely try.
They're really good. I mean, at the end of the day, that's probably one of the things they're trying to do.
Buying the NFL's. We're going to turn now to a huge media deal involving ESPN. It's buying the NFL's media properties, including the popular Red Zone channel. ESPN and WWE have reached a landmark agreement. Launch date for all this, August 21st. We'll brief here with the details.
Hello, yeah, George, this is big news. Good morning to you. With the NFL preseason kicking off tomorrow, massive, unprecedented news.
It would be interesting. I'm sure there's a report somewhere as to what the NFL makes all in with regards to broadcasting rights. Like what their Netflix deal is, what their Amazon Prime's deal is, what their ABC deal is, what their NBC night of Sunday night of football, what their ESPN deal is, what their Fox deal is, what their
approximately $113 billion over 11 years through all their deals.
So that's only about $10 billion a year.
Yes.
The sports world spinning. ESPN,
I think it'd be more than that.
ESPN, our sister company under the Walt Disney umbrella, is acquiring the NFL Network and other NFL media assets. In exchange, the NFL will take a 10% equity stake in ESPN. Disney CEO Bob Iger saying the announcement, quote, paves the way for the world's leading sports media brand and America's most popular sport to deliver an even more compelling experience for NFL fans in a way that only ESPN.
So they're saying that ESPN is buying the NFL Network, and then the NFL gets a 10% stake in ESPN and everything that they do.
And Disney can. NFL Commissioner Roger Goodell saying the deal will provide, quote, more NFL football for more fans in new and innovative ways. So some more particulars of the deal. ESPN will acquire and integrate the NFL's fantasy football product. So now the ESPN version is the official fantasy football product of the league. And in a separate but related deal, the NFL agreed to license ESPN content and other IP from ESPN that will air on NFL Network. So,
and guess what, man? All of this is about one thing. The delivery mechanism on how to get it to the consumer is streaming, for the most part.
Yeah,
ESPN
for sure. My
now
children don't
owns
watch television. They don't watch cable. They don't watch commercials. They don't pay attention.
They got
to
their
any
little
of that.
iPod, their little iPads, or their laptops, and that's what they do.
ESPN operates the NFL Network and will now get to show 3 additional NFL games per season. That brings the grand total to 28. But what about Red Zone, you ask?
Yeah, what about that?
The phenomenal,
Which, by the way, Red Zone's really popular.
popular action-packed channel that whips around the league to show viewers all the most exciting stuff from every game as it happens. Don't worry, it's not going anywhere. ESPN will own broad rights to Red Zone, but the NFL will continue to operate it as it has been doing.
Good.
So the biggest stuff is ESPN owns and runs the NFL Network now. Red Zone should be the same as it has been, and the NFL gets 10% equity in ESPN, which is the first time a major sports league has had part ownership of a broadcast partner. And because of the size of the deal, it will require regulatory approval. Both sides note the deal is not yet done.
What's the cost of the deal again on this particular deal?
10% ownership.
No, but did they the price tag on
There's
it?
no price tag. Yeah, 10% ownership, which is
as they work out a couple more
billions.
agreements. It applies for the 2026 season. Once it does go through, ESPN will own the branding rights to Red Zone, which means you could soon see college football Red Zone, college.
Oh,
they already have that, by the way.
Yeah.
Basketball Red Zone. Guys, how about a little GMA Red Zone? This is how.
Oh, God. Let's go ahead and zookeeper it up.
By the way, please don't fire Scott Hansen. Keep everything the way it is. We don't need Stephen A. or Pat McAfee
keep Scott Hansen in there.
He's been perfect.
By the way, Bubba, they're saying that ESPN is worth around $24 billion, so I guess that would put the deal at $2.4 billion.
Yeah. Interesting. It's that analysts and industry insiders estimated the NFL stake in ESPN could be worth $2 to $3 billion.
Yeah, $2.4 billion.
Right.
Go over to the quad box here. This is GMA Red Zone. Up here, we've got Deals and Steals. We've got Brad trying to dunk on the little hoop. We've got the control room humming, and Sam, of course, has brought coffee. So this is what you could get with GMA Red Zone. ESPN and NFL fans are going to get a whole bunch.
That's whimsical.
Thanks for zookeepering it up,
well,
my friend.
it was good. Red Zone, Good Morning America. It's innovative.
If you liked that segment, then you'll definitely like the new redesigned BubbaArmyHQ.com. We'll be back to the Bubba the Love Sponge show after this.
I would think they would. I just was wondering, is $30 a month? That doesn't seem like, if you're an NFL junkie, is that a lot?
You know what? How much? You know,
$360 a year.
If you're to watch NFL, and you gotta be Amazon Prime. You gotta be. Doesn't Netflix got a piece of the
Amazon,
NFL?
Netflix, Peacock, ESPN, Paramount, Fox,
ABC, CBS.
Yeah.
YouTube TV.
YouTube.
With the NFL Sunday Ticket.
Well, it's interesting. So it says it will provide access to ESPN's portfolio of professional and college sports. So they must not have the rights to all the games. So you're just going to get ESPN's games. Whereas the Paramount Plus, you're getting all 13 marquee events and all 30 fight nights. You know what I mean? For $12.99, you're getting every marquee fight. That would be, what's pay-per-view? At least $49, $59.
But it sounds like the content, like the disseminated football highlights that are going to hit the internet, are going to be stuff that ESPN gets credit for.
Right.
Too, which is probably a big deal. I mean, when the NFL ticket first came out, when you first had the chance with DirecTV to watch every single game,
you were all in.
Well, no, but I think it was like $600-$800 for the season. I mean, it was
it was $1.99 when it first came out
for the whole year.
Yeah,
really?
Like I'm talking about 93, 94.
Maybe it got a little more expensive.
And you had to have that little satellite.
Yeah,
hit the satellite.
But it was very, very expensive, and now it's kind of come down a little bit, but.
I mean, but all in,
But the thing is like, if I had to pay $30 a month, Jay, I'm only doing it for 6 months, then I'm canceling.
Right.
You know, so.
Because I'm just trying to figure out, could AI tell us what's the all-in cost to get every NFL game access per month? I bet you, I wonder if ChatGPT could do that shit. Everyone thinks it's so good, it's useless. But that's the question. That's the question. Is how much would you have to pay in subscriptions to get access to every NFL
see
game?
if you can look that up.
There's football players that don't even have subscriptions to Amazon and shit. I hear them talking about it.
Like if you were that's right. You're like to be all in and catch every NFL game. What would it cost? Because there's
Biggie said Sunday tickets $400 now.
Yeah, that's about right.
So that shit did go. That shit was expensive.
Yeah, it went up drastically after.
But that gives you every game. So I mean, that's
NFL Sunday ticket gives you everything.
Right. But you get the NFL version of Red Zone, which I think is Andrew Siciliano, isn't it?
Yeah, who used to do Red Zone. He was the first guy for like 2-3 years.
Was he?
Yeah, when Red Zone was on DirecTV.
My parents had DirecTV, man. I love.
And then he got fired for Scott Hansen.
Dude, we used to add up our fantasy points by hand. I mean, before this shit.
It says if
what's up, Robbie?
$800 to $1,200 a season, depending on promos and tiers.
You know Roger Goodell's getting free fucking passwords too. That bitch.
So that's what it says
Roger
it would
Goodell.
cost.
You know he's texting somebody like
$800 to $1,200 a season.
Yeah, ChatGPT came up with nothing.
That's what $1,200.
That sounds like expensive. Because if you like UFC and you like that, or you like Formula One, and I mean it's expensive. It's way more than cable used to be.
What up, radio?
The thing is, the kids are willing to do it because they don't see the money come out of the recurring charges.
Yeah.
Now we know why players want the money that they want. Because we're doing it to see them play.
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day.
Whatever. It's what the NFL did exactly what they wanted to do. I mean, they got deals with every network. At some point, we'll have football probably on one more day a week. Yeah. It's a takeover.
They just squeeze every fucking...
I can't wait for college to go that way on Saturdays.
Oh, college is going to go that way.
The college red zone's a little weak, but they still have it.
Yeah, but I'm saying like all college.
Broadcasting live from the Aquabito Studios. Aquabito.com/Bubba. It's the Bubba the Love Sponge Show.
Trump to potentially, by the way, the Bubba the Love Sponge Show, hello? PayPal, Venmo, Cash App at the Bubba Army. Trump's considering reclass of, this is something that should have been done, I don't know, 15, 20 years ago, when recreational marijuana started making its rounds through various states. And then I think, what is it, like maybe 35 states in some way, shape, or form have legalized marijuana, albeit, some of it medically with a medical card, and you got to jump through a few hoops like they do here in Florida, or wide open willy like California and I think Michigan, and like you can literally, long as you're over, I think it may be 21.
Yeah, Illinois. It's the taxes on it are just unbelievable.
With regards to the recreational portion of it?
Oh, for sure.
24 states have recreational use, 40 states for medical use.
So there's only 11 states that don't allow marijuana in some way, shape, or form. So, this is something that really needs to be done.
Doobies in the Diamond State. Delaware will soon.
Oh, Jesus. Who's writing this stuff?
Come on, get that guy from Good Morning America back on.
We'll be rolling in the green, literally. Starting tomorrow, recreational marijuana will be on sale legally for the first time in the state's history. Adults 21 and over will be able to purchase cannabis at 12 retail locations statewide. But reclassifying cannabis as a less dangerous drug than heroin doesn't seem to be at the top of the Trump administration's priorities.
I don't know why.
Right now. Even though he promised to do so during his Senate confirmation hearing back in April, newly sworn-in DEA Administrator Terrence Cole just released his top priorities list with, quote, renewed focus on enforcement, partnership, and public safety to meet the evolving threats of the global drug crisis. Missing from that list, reviewing where the DEA stands on the proposed rule to reclassify cannabis from a Schedule I drug, which includes deadly fentanyl and LSD, to a Schedule III drug under the Controlled Substances Act.
And this isn't part
going up in smoke
this
for
is not part
any
of his
cannabis-related
agenda?
company, and that would include Scott's Miracle-Gro.
So the newly appointed or confirmed, or the guy that's trying to get confirmed to be the head of the DEA, this is not part of what he wants to get done, and that's the rescheduling of currently marijuana. If you don't have a card to have it, or you're not in a recreational state, it's the same as you might as well have a bag full of heroin.
Schedule 1, I believe.
Yeah, Schedule 1.
Which sells
They
equipment
want
to
to
cannabis
reclassify it to
growers.
Schedule 3.
Which is like what? Like what's a Schedule 3? What's examples of a Schedule 3 so we can even see that if should it be that? Maybe it should be like nothing.
Among other parts
Let me look at Schedule 3.
of their business. Joining us now, Scott's Miracle Grow Chairman and CEO Jim Hagedorn. Jim, let's talk about this.
I got it, Bubba.
We all who can type fastest.
What you got?
It says anabolic steroids, ketamine, and certain prescription medications like codeine.
Yeah, I mean, like, you know.
Well, ketamine's down there?
I think because ketamine has medical use.
No, but you would think it would be a Schedule 1 narcotic.
Ketamine.
Yeah, I would have thought that.
To interpret the fact that Cole made no mention of reclassifying weed as a less dangerous substance. What do you learn from that?
That he's
I think he's a career law enforcement guy. I'm not surprised by it.
Oh, you know,
I think there's one person.
Do you know how many? Like, for instance, one of my best friends, Denzel, who just retired after being a 35-year cop.
Yeah.
20 of which were in the Drug Enforcement Bureau of his police department and working in closely with the local DEA. He would be like a local Terre Haute cop, but he also worked for the DEA as well. And he I've gotten some of my biggest arguments with him. He's like, marijuana is a gateway drug. I'm like, no, it's not. Yeah, it is. No, it's not. He's like, yeah, it is. You know, I'm on the streets and I'm like, okay, well, you know what? I've done marijuana and I have no desire to do heroin, to do cocaine, to do anything. I mean, you know, weed's good enough for me. Oh, well, I'm just telling you, it's statistically a gateway drug. No, it's not. No, it's not. So he's he's retired, but he does some consultant work on various agencies, you know, drug enforcement task forces. And I told him, I said, I want you to, when you're finally done with law enforcement, to do a weed gummy with me.
What'd he say?
He's like, oh, no. I'm like, because you will do one and you'll get high and you'll be like, wow, what's the big deal about this?
Just go to California and do it. It's not illegal, Denzel.
He won't do it. He's marijuana Mike. He thinks that
Reefer madness in the closet. It's going to turn you into like a
He thinks that black men are going to rape
prostitute.
white women, and he thinks that as soon as he does one of the gummies, that he's going to want to shoot up with heroin immediately. I mean, it's like, oh yeah, for real. That's the way these cops think. That's the way these cops think.
Change it, and he's told me and others that he will, and that's the president of the United States, Donald Trump, who I'm a major fan of. So I think what he needs to hear is a call from the president or the chief of staff saying this is a promise he made during the campaign, and promises made or promises kept. I think that's what needs to happen. I don't expect a law enforcement guy to lead with, let's make pot legal, even though it's legal in almost every state in the nation.
Yeah, all but 11. All but 11 states. 40 states total either have rec or medicinal marijuana.
41 states at the moment.
All right, so 41, only 10. I guarantee nine. And I guarantee, you know which one will be the last one in the world to change? Indiana. They're so uptight.
But Jim, so you spoke to the president recently?
But meanwhile, in Indiana, you can go buy these Delta 8 and Delta 9 things at the gas station, which will absolutely screw you up 10 times more.
It's a synthetic.
It's not even natural. It's not even indigenous. It's made in a chemical lab to emulate marijuana. But it's not pure.
Like, since he's been in office the second time around, and he seemed very open to this reclassification?
Multiple times.
So there you go. Look at it. These are the most uptight states ever. You don't want to live in any of these states.
Oh, man.
Look. Idaho, uptight. Wyoming. You would think that Wyoming is like so wide open that you're like, man, you cowboys get high as you want.
That's surprising to me.
Nebraska, Kansas, Wisconsin, Indiana, Kentucky, Tennessee, North Carolina, and South Carolina.
I would have thought, like, with all the partying and all the stuff in Tennessee.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. These are the most uptight states to live in.
Okay, so I don't know. It just feels like nobody does anything without the president's approval. So one minute he's saying he would reclassify this or at least consider it. I'm talking about the DEA chief, and then suddenly he's not bringing it up. So let's talk.
When would this bite you? Like that to have it still as classified as a Schedule 1, unless you're pushing a major amount of weight and selling a ton of marijuana. I'm not. What could you get caught up with to where you could be facing serious prison time for having a Schedule 1 drug?
If you live in one of those red states and you get caught with one joint,
is that what they're? I mean, are they still?
Yes.
No, but you know what I think also is when I look at the scheduling, Seth, and it's like Anadrol. You know, those are anabolic steroids, and there's all these like androgel and all these steroids that I thought, I mean, if you get caught illegally selling a bunch of steroids, you're going to jail. Period. Right, Bubba?
Yeah, absolutely.
So if they're going to just downgrade it to a Schedule 3 narcotic, I don't know how. Maybe that allows the people that are living in those states to
maybe the penalty,
use the banking system, because that's the biggest my understanding. The biggest problem with it is because it's still federally illegal.
Yes,
that big time banks oftentimes have a problem getting into the lending business or the savings business for people that are in the industry.
Or the checking business or anything like that. It's tough to process credit cards.
It's hard to process your cash. And so maybe that's the intent of it, is to make it less of a financial strain for those legal businesses that do it. I'm sure that the dispensaries around here, if they considered it a Schedule 3, it's being prescribed by a medical doctor in Florida, then that's fine.
I think that the dispensaries in here stuff can still only bank with a Florida bank.
Yeah, you can't use like a national
bank. An Indiana
bank.
bank.
Right. You can't use an Indiana-based national chain.
Every credit card gets denied.
So I think it still allows some regulation, Seth, but I think it's going to give some freedom to.
I think in our lifetime, it'll be completely wide open. I really do.
I think so.
I think so. We're down to 9 states that are left.
Times have changed.
I never thought we'd be at this point, though.
No,
I didn't either.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not
I thought
bitching.
it was going to be illegal forever.
I'm not bitching. When I return, this is from last week. Our friend Alex Stein.
Yes.
Got a little, was it MSNBC?
MSNBC.
They were doing a live shot from like the Texas somehow, and Alex got right up in the mix. By the way, I'm going to put Alex and Tuttle together on a text. They're going to work out their indifferences, and we'll start having Alex back on.
Oh, great.
Yeah. Tuttle said he was open to that.
Same day Wednesday, or you want?
I don't know. Maybe that will be what we do differently. Is we'll have Alex on a different day.
We don't want that happening again, even if they're cool.
We get along.
Yeah.
Yeah, Tuesdays with Jay.
There you go.
If you want a deep dive into the Bubba the Love Sponge show from the past, go to BubbaArmyHQ.com. We'll be back after these words.
They're sandbagging already.
This one's not even coming. It's coming nowhere near it.
Oh, is it? Okay. That's red.
I'm just going to say this is his doppelganger. He said one of the reasons was financial reasons that they're going to reschedule it. So I think that makes kind of sense.
I forgot the banks. They have to. They have to do different deals with the way you pay for.
Is Bubba here? What's up, retarded? It's Bubba.
He went not in here. He went to pee.
Matt Hagan got re-signed, and I sent him the full. I found the full because he's a big Warsaw high school basketball guy.
Who is this guy?
Bubba.
Oh, right. Okay.
Well, I was going to tell Matt Hagan tonight, but I emailed him the full 1984 state championship game. Watch it.
God.
Maybe we can watch it on the after show.
Shut the fuck up. Where'd you find that?
YouTube. I do deep diving in every once.
Would you type in Warsaw?
No. Well, maybe I was typing up Warsaw High School. Blah blah blah.
Don't make me. If you make us watch that high school.
It's an hour and 86 minutes. Jeff Gross comes out. They do the introduction.
What are you doing,
I wonder if Bubba's in the stands. Maybe we can pinpoint where he was. Well, I sent it to him on email, so I'm not gonna tell him about it. I figured he'd watch it in his chair.
Oh yeah, okay. His chair that he's gonna bring right in here to talk about.
He's gonna macho me, carry him in.
Oh man. Was he at the game?
I think so. Hey, did you see Matt Hagan signed the MOTA? They just announced it.
With Tony?
Yeah.
Oh, like an extension?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
A multi-year extension.
That's good.
It just got announced.
He's a bad motherfucker. He should see how big, thick he is.
He looks like he has a thick neck. He looks like an Iggy.
He kind of is a taller Iggy. That's a great.
What grade this year, Seth?
What's that?
What grade is your daughter this year?
Third.
Wow.
Yeah, look that big.
It goes so quickly. It sounds so cliche, but it happens so fast.
Yeah, this does seem like kindergarten was right around the corner.
Yeah.
Dermatology.
Elementary school is a fun time. There's very little resistance.
Yeah.
You don't blink an eye, HS Bubba fan. It'll be 18 in a second.
Yes, today is Hogan's birthday. Happy birthday, Hogan.
Let me thank you for your Indiana high school fine.
I emailed that to you. I figured you might want to watch it.
I was there.
All right, there we go. I thought you were there. Seth, don't tell me.
I think we should have a watch party for it.
What's up, White Ice Tea? How you doing, brother?
I saw him introduce Jeff Gross.
Yeah, Jeff Gross, Indiana Mr.
I
Basketball.
tell you,
right?
Trekka, it's going to take the next. As soon as they turn 15 and 16 and start driving, they're
We gotta take another break.
checked out almost.
Yeah.
You want them to be.
When I get on that front
Thank
page,
you,
they
Steve.
take
I
breaks.
appreciate it.
So I'm gonna do Alex.
Nice
Take
to
a
have
break.
kids
Say
ready to
goodbye.
fly. What up? We told it. Good morning.
Alex, take a break. Say goodbye.
Broadcasting live from the Aquabedo studios.
Aquabedo.com/Bubba.
It's the Bubba the Love Sponge Show.
Today's after show podcast, me, Lummy, and Seth. It's the Bubba Uncensored Monday, available via podcast, Spotify, iHeart, iTunes, Google Play, wherever you get your. You can literally, I think you could literally go to Google and type in Bubba Army Podcast, and it'll direct you to where you can get it all. Lots of great stuff up there. From my sister is doing a podcast now with one of her female friends called Juggling Chainsaws, to Clem Cush, to Lummy does. I think Lummy, you're doing one with
Colton.
With Colton. We do the one on Monday. We got the Over the Line gimmick. We got Tig's Bit. I mean, we got all kinds of stuff up there. So we appreciate you. Downloading and listening to our podcasting. We're approaching our 10 millionth download, which is kind of cool.
Really?
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yep. We have surpassed, like, our Facebook is completely blown up. I mean, we're over 203,000 right now. Nice. We're soon to be near 250,000. We're over 133,000 subscribers on YouTube. So we're really doing well. Thank you to everybody that's been joining our channels and streaming us and getting us digitally in various ways. X is over 110,000. Wow. And pretty much all of and Instagram is approaching what? Are we over 40 now?
Yeah, we're over 40.
Over 40. And we were late to the game on that. All at the Bubba Army. Every way, shape, or form at the Bubba Army.
Have you been able to keep tabs on what's happening there? Can you bring us an update?
By the way, this guy's live from like the Texas state capitol.
We just watched the speaker gavel out with a whole lot of anger, Kelly. Here's the state of play. Here's
MSNBC sucks.
Hey, how are you?
MSNBC sucks.
Talk to you for a second.
MSNBC sucks.
You can see.
Okay.
You can see the frustration.
Sometimes this happens, and we understand that can happen. And while we love free speech, we're going to keep control here. So, Ryan.
Welcome. Introduce yourself. Go ahead.
My name's Alex Stein. I'm considered one of the sexiest men in conservative politics. And one thing I want to say, a lot of people are going to hear my testimony and you're going to say you're anti-LGBTQ. I want to say that's impossible because I'm a Dallas Cowboys fan. So obviously I have a lot of gay pride. But, you know, a lot of conservatives like your...
Listen to this. Listen to his why he wants to keep LGBT. I'm like, listen.
So if you want to outlaw transgenders in women's sports, I disagree. I like transgenders in women's sports because you can gamble on them and win money. You know, I won so much money on Leah Thomas's propeller in that pool. I almost turned draft kings, into draft queens. And, you know, I actually like transgenders in the military, too, because...
listen to this. This is the greatest. I like transgenders in the military because...
First of all, transgenders are some of the meanest people on planet Earth, so they'd make a good soldier, don't you think? And then, you know, second of all, transgenders love to do mass shootings. So, you know, that's perfect for a military veteran. And then on top of that, the suicide rate is incredibly high among transgender people.
You can see they've sent a handler up there already, Lummy. Yep. See the woman in...
So we could just use them like the Taliban has suicide bombers. Maybe you guys can actually, you know, if you commit suicide, actually help us in the battlefield. So that would be good. So I think we need transgenders in the military and women's sports. Now, when we come to the bathroom bill, though, this is an asymmetrical problem. Because, first of all, no dude cares if, like, a bisexual woman comes in there and tries to use, like, a pee funnel. You know, if some ladyboy comes in there, some, you know, stud comes in there and wants to pee in the urinal. No guy's going to be threatened by, you know, a trans woman. But we don't want these gargoyles in a dress, you know, some chick with a dick coming in there and trying to pee or poop next to my girlfriend because that's disgusting. And, well, I was just going to say something. Listen, I have my First Amendment right. Let me just speak. So, we're sick of these transgenders trying to invade women's personal spaces. These people have autogynephilia, they're sexual perverts, and they actually get satisfaction from going there and looking under a stall. So these are mentally ill people that are on hormones, that are on all kinds of pills, they're impulsive, and they do not belong in a women's restroom. So if some of you lesbians want to come in and pee next to me, you're more than welcome. So we just don't let the chicks with dicks in the women's room, and you guys are all welcome in the men's room. I think that works.
Thank you very much.
They let him go?
Yeah.
I mean, they let him go.
Well, what's the route? Who is he sitting next to? I don't know.
That was the person that was supposed to talk, I believe, next.
Oh, okay. So he was next to other. Okay.
Yeah.
Not like city officials or anything.
No. I got a short space back to say goodbye next. See you later.
You're listening to the Bubba the Love Sponge Show.
If you want 24/7 on-demand Bubba and the crew, go to BubbaArmyHQ.com. The Bubba the Love Sponge Show will be back after this.
Are we gonna have a intermission between shows?
A little one.
Okay.
This is enough for them to get situated. I figured we'd fire it back up. That way we could get going.
So it's like 10 minutes?
Yeah, 10, 15 minutes just to get us back on and get us out of here sooner, too.
Okay.
You know?
Yeah, no problem.
No sense of fucking around.
What's that?
I said we're going to probably start the podcast after you go and clear everything and then come back, you know.
Okay.
We're shooting for 10:15, so we'll see you about 10:52.
Sounds good. Set that game as an hour and 16 minutes, so.
Oh, God, Lovey. I might slow it down so it lasts longer. What kind of fucking camcorder was that thing shot on?
Pretty nice.
Remember my parents had a video camera when I was young when they first came out. It was literally like setting up like a TV camera with how big they were.
Well, they were the size of like fucking...
You had to put on your shoulder and shit.
Yeah, they actually had remember they had like the cutaway shoulder gimmick.
Rob Randall's. Oof.
Rob Randall was pretty much won the game for us. He was a forward. They only averaged about 10, but I think he put in 18 that night.
Wow, Jeff Gross had 55 against Fort Wayne in semi-states.
Yep.
Ooh. Scott Long.
Scott Long was he brought the ball up. He was a ball handler.
Who's this Scott Baio looking guy? Blonde hair. Oh, he didn't get a name. What's up, Kenny Powers?
I gotta go shower and get ready for a depot. Thank you.
What's up, Tapatary? What's up, the Fat Pig?
Broadcasting live from the Aquabito studios, aquabito.com/Bubba. It's the Bubba the Love Sponge Show.
Jay, I know you got to flash out of here pretty quickly.
Yes, sir.
Lummy, I know you got to flash out of here and get everything secure, finalized, and then reopen.
Yes.
So we can come back with the podcast. Like to come back sooner than later on the podcast if we could. PayPal, Venmo, Cash App, Last Minute Willies, all at the Bubba Army. Don't forget the ultimate in your Bubba experience is BubbaArmyHQ.com. That has things going back clear to the 98 Rock days. You can stream them, you can download them, have them on your computer forever. And the two different price points on that, a lieutenant and or I think it's a sergeant and a lieutenant, Lummy, something like that?
Yes.
BubbaArmyHQ.com. We'll see the same lineup and hopefully maybe a more tempered Dan tomorrow. And of course, Jay in his cool ways that doesn't change. at all. Jay, good luck on your depot today.
Thank you, buddy.
We'll see you guys tomorrow.
Thanks for letting me finish.
You've been listening to the Bubba the Love Sponge Show, starring
me, Bubba the Love Sponge,
co-host and show historian Lummox.
It's Seth, co-host and president of podcasting.
It's Brian Matroni, king of counter programming.
Like you're wiring up. It's Mini Macho.
The BRN agent, Thomas Buttoned Up Bean.
Co-host Dr. Dan Diaco, Esquire of Council.
Co-host J. Diaco Esquire, the Spitting Cobra of Council.
Now, time for the legal disclaimer.
Exactly.
The Bubba the Love Sponge Show is intended solely for the enjoyment of our listening audience. Any rebroadcast, retransmission, or other use of this show without express written consent of the Bubba Radio Network is prohibited.
We must dissuade him of this delusion.
Until next time, always remember.
I'll repeat hello.